orange juice here. I think that we should be live on the page. All right, you guys there? Just tell me when. We're live. Just type live in the comments when we're live, and you guys can hear me. I want to make sure my sound's coming through clear, or if it's coming through too loud, or if it's coming through echoey or something like that. Just let me know. You guys ready? Sounds better. You guys can hear. You can see. Hold on a second. Just see. Can you hear me? Okay. You can hear me. Sound great. Okay, guys, if you're here, if you could tell everybody to refresh the screen. Okay. We should be good to go. Okay, guys, we're great to go. Finally, you know, it's really funny doing things like this and having technical issues. The lighting, of course, isn't set up right now. It's kind of shining in the side of my face, but we'll deal for now because I'm actually going to head over to the whiteboard here in a minute. You know, I just wanted to tell you guys, number one, I appreciate you for being unbelievably patient with me here for the last 30 minutes. That was the awful sound quality starting that other live stream. But number two, I just want to congratulate you on being here because today, this live stream is designed for new people who's just gotten involved in Empower Network. It's designed to teach you how to get the results that you want in your business. I'm going to be laying out the formula on how to build an organization fast, stable, that will keep growing for a long period of time in Empower Network. And I'm going to teach you how to do it not based off of some kind of a theory. I'm going to teach you how to do it based off of the results that I've gotten and watching over 200,000 customers join Empower Network over the last 25, 26 months, okay? And so the information that I'm going to give you today not only works, but has been proven to work for a very long period of time, all right? And it will work for you the way that I say that it will work if you actually go out there and you produce these results. Now, as a warning in advance, this is designed for Empower Network affiliates only. So if you're not an affiliate with Empower Network, then you could go become an affiliate of Empower Network by either logging in or joining with a link below. But this is really designed for people that are already in. So excuse me if some of the stuff is a little bit over your head or you don't really know what I'm talking about. This isn't really designed to introduce you to Empower. I also wanted to say, just to be fair, on the front end of this, I'm going to be talking about money a lot here because what I'm doing is specifically laying out the formula to build an organization that kind of transcends time and space, all right? I'm going to get into what that means in a bit. And to do that, I need to be fair. Not everybody here is going to make a lot of money. You guys might not work. You might not be willing to do what I'm going to tell you to do here. You might not be willing to persist when you have setbacks. And the reality is that if you don't persist and you're not willing to work through obstacles that are going to stand in your way, you're not going to accomplish great things here. We have an income disclosure that's at the bottom of this page. You could click a link that says income disclosure, and it'll open up and it actually updates live every 24 hours, okay? And that shows the average earnings of all of the affiliates network-wide that are currently active in Empower. You can navigate around, poke around a little bit, and ask yourself, do you really want to do this? And my challenge to you is going to be this, is that if you're going to do this, then let's do it. Let's actually work with it. Let's actually put time, effort, energy, and attention into it. And if you're not going to do it, well, then just admit it now, and you use the products, get pumped and motivated, go apply it in some other area of your life, and you're welcome to be a part of our community too. And we don't need to pressure you to do anything is the beautiful thing, okay? So if you're going to be in, then be in, and if you're not going to be in, then don't be in. Now, I'll talk about this more a little bit later on, but it's like it says in, I think it's Revelation in the Bible, right? I'm actually not that big of a Bible buff, but I used to be a Mormon missionary, so I used to read it a lot. But it says, you know, you're either hot or cold. There's no lukewarm, something like that. I always misquote the Bible. But here's what I kind of see. I kind of see that there's either hot or cold. You're either in or you're out. There's no on the fence, because on the fence really is cold. A lot of people get started in a business like this and they say, oh, I'm going to dip my toe in the water. I'm going to kind of dip my toe in and see if I like the temperature. I'm going to kind of try it out and see if I like to do it. The reality is I could just save you a lot of pain. I could save you a lot of time by just telling you that if you do that, as long as you're doing that, now you can change from that if you want, but as long as you're doing that, you are not going to make any money at all. You will only make money doing this if you focus. If you look at people like Vic Strizhouse, who in his first year with Empower Network made, I think it was close to $3 million. If you look at people like Tony Rush, who's one of our $1 million earners, if you look at people like Lawrence Tam or Justin Berengi or Shakir, our $1 million earners here at our Empower Network, all the $1 million earners of Empower Network got to be $1 million owners by deciding to focus their time, energy, effort, and attention in one direction, marching into a vision. You know, I'm going to be talking a lot about more some concepts that play around that as we go through this live stream. As I really get into delving into playing out the formula, I just want you guys to be warned in advance. If you're going to kind of like wuss out and you're going to be like, I'm going to dip my toe in the water, I'm going to try it out and see if I get a result, the fact is you're not going to get a result, so you might as well just stop fooling yourself, all right? Are you in or are you not in? Right? And I'm going to talk about what it really means to be in today in Empower Network. You know, I'm going to talk about what it really means to be in and how to really get in. It's not just about buying. It's about getting your heart in the game. I'm going to talk about how to do that too. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. I have a notebook here that's full of pages of notes. I've actually got about 50 of these lying around in my house for the last 3 years, and going through trainings, going through courses, listening to audios where I'll sit there, where I'm reading books, and I'm taking notes, and I've got game plans, I've got notes that span over about like 100 pages. I've got like 50 of these, and they're all full with game plans and strategies and things that I've dreamt up over the last couple of years only. All right? I want you to pull out a pen, pull out a piece of paper, make sure to write down what I say, because whether or not you follow it is going to determine the size and longevity of your success here in Empower Network, but also in the future in other kinds of businesses that you decide to create or don't decide to create. So I want you to pay attention and listen. Why should you pay attention and listen? I want you to realize something. I might look homeless, and granted, I was homeless about 4 years ago, back in 2009 when I got started on the internet. However, last year alone, the organization that I've built last year, okay, so 2013, did $63 million in sales. $63 million. Now, just as a kind of like heads up and as a comparison, I was involved in the largest community in our entire space a few years back, and I was the #1 producer right after I first got on the internet. That company's been around for like 6 years. And I believe they've done in 6 years something like $15 million in sales. Now, it's not to knock them. They're doing a great job. It's just to say, here we are last year in 2013, and we did $63 million in sales in 12 months applying the information that I'm going to paint out for you in this Fast Start training. What does that have to do with you and your success? Well, here's what it has to do. I've got to see 200,000 affiliates come through Empower Network. I've got to see people succeed. I've got to see people fail. I've seen people that have listened. I've seen people that haven't. I've seen people that have decided to apply the formula and people that have just kind of screwed around and been wonky with it, all right? And the people who apply this formula are the people who get results. Let me repeat again. The people who apply this formula are the people that get results. Now, in addition to the formula, I'm going to give you my personal strategy to dramatically enhancing the formula today as we progress in this live stream. I'm actually going to get over and draw some stuff out of the whiteboard that'll absolutely blow all of your minds if you decide to pay attention and listen to it. So pull out a pen, pull out a piece of paper, get ready for a long night, because I have no idea how long I'm going to talk, and let's get going. So what are we going to start with first, right? Here's what I always like to start any training, and I'm going to just say a lot, and I'm going to say it fast, and so you might need to watch the replay like 5 times, right? What I'm going to start with, and I'm going to start with talking about what you want. See, I kind of believe that God or the universe or evolution or whatever kind of built people in a certain way to come here into the world with different unique skills and beliefs to really go out there and accomplish what they want in their life. I believe that desires in your heart matter, and I believe that you are destined for greatness if you're willing to work through any obstacles that stand in your way to accomplish that greatness. I believe that you can have everything that you want to have in life. I don't buy into these sayings that people say, like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I don't even know what that actually means, because every time I've bought a cake and I've eaten a piece of it, I've also had the cake. And so I believe that if you're willing to persevere, to fight through obstacles, to learn some new skills, all right, and to really learn to become a leader, to evolve into somebody great, I believe in something, and what I believe is that you can have everything in life that you want to have. So here's where we're going to start off tonight. We are going to start off with really thinking about your dream life. Now, I talked about this a few minutes ago, but I'm going to say it again. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest. I want you to pull out a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to start writing. What are the 5 things that you would do, have, or become if time and money weren't an issue for you in your life? What would you do? What would you have? What would you become that is different from how you are now if time and money cease to be obstacles for you? Now, for some of you, there might be 2 or 3 of you on this live stream who say nothing would change. You know, I would be exactly the same. Okay, you're the one, right? For the rest of you, most of you would have everything change. I want you to think about it like this. If you could walk into a car dealership and you didn't have to look at the price tags, you could just buy the car that you want. What car would you buy? I want you to write it down. If you could just drive into the neighborhood of your dreams, just like the houses that you think are the coolest houses ever, the houses that you really want to live in, you could just drive into there and pull into your new dream house, and you didn't care how much it cost, you just could buy it. What would that house look like? If you could go on the vacation of your dreams, you didn't have to worry about your boss, you know, saying, hey, you can't get time off for that. You didn't have to worry about showing up to work because you had an organization and a business that spanned the globe and was producing income whether you were working or not. Where would you go on vacation? How long would it be? Would you go on vacation for most of the year, part of the year? Would you go live in a different country like me? You know, when I started making money back in 2009, I immediately started dreaming about going and living in Costa Rica. And so I actually, the second I could, in February of 2010, which was 5 months after I got started online, I started making a multiple 5-figure monthly income applying this formula, selling dramatically inferior stuff than we're selling now, right? Because I wasn't in Empower Network, it didn't exist, and I was making a multiple 5-figure income. I moved to the beach in Costa Rica, and now I actually live in Escazú, Costa Rica. You can see the city of Escazú in the background, and I've got family here. I'm having my first kid coming up here this next month. What would you do? What would you have? What would you become if time and money were not an issue for you in your life? Okay, what would you do? I hope you're starting to write things down. You might say, I want to go live in this area. I want to live in this house. I want to drive this car. I want to buy this kind of wine. I want to go to this kind of a restaurant. I want a maid in my house. Do you guys know how life-saving it is to have a maid in your house? I remember back in 2010 when I first moved to Costa Rica, the first thing that I did was I got a maid because I was sick of, you know, being a mess all the time. Because if you look in my office and if you look around my personal space, I've got papers everywhere and I'm kind of disorganized. And if you look in like my thing, my gal, she cleans my personal stuff, and so it actually kind of looks somewhat organized. But the reality of it is, it's just me. There are papers and things and diagrams all over every wall, and it just like looks like trash wherever I'm at. So I got a maid back in 2010, and it was like a dream come true. I could walk into a kitchen, get some, you know, thing that just takes an unbelievable amount of, like, you know, energy and effort to make, like, green juice, right? Like where there's vegetables like lying all over the house and things like that. You say, Dave, you talk fast. Well, I drink a lot of green juice, right? And you know, you could do something like that and then mess up the whole kitchen. Leave the room for 5 minutes and come back and the kitchen was clean. And I didn't have to do anything. It was unbelievably cool, right? My life became magical in 2009 by applying this formula. I want you to start writing things down and continue through this webinar on what you would do if time and money weren't an issue for you in your life, okay? And I want you to write down what's your financial goal here and how fast do you want to accomplish it in. I'm going to reference, as we go through this, how to get your goals more clear and what products to go through to really get clear on the direction that you're headed in your business. But right now, I just want you to pull out a pen, and when you think of something, just write it down. Oh, yeah, I want a maid too. You know what I mean? I want a maid in my house. I don't want to clean anymore. I want somebody to clean my clothes. I want to go live in a foreign country. You know, I had some friends that just moved out to Colombia. You know what I mean? Justin and Dee Berengia lived out there for a little while. You know, I met Justin Berengia. He could barely afford his rent in Costa Rica. His rent was like $450 a month. He could barely afford it, right, when I met him. 2 months later, he was making multiple 5 figures a month by applying the information that I'm going to lay out for you over the course of the next hour. What would you do? What would you have? What would you become if you could, like an artist, paint into the universe your dream lifestyle? Okay? Because what I am here to do is not help you do what I do, because you probably don't want to. What I am here to do is to lay out a formula for you to accomplish your dreams and goals by selling the Empower Network products and services, building a team and building an organization, and to teach you how to build it strong, how to build it stable, how to build it so it lasts a long time and continues to grow, and how to leverage yourself to make money dramatically more quickly. Here's the last concept I want to share, and then I'm going to take a break while you write some things down, and I'm going to go over and set my camera up so we can see the whiteboard. Let me just see if we got it. Oh, we got it. It's good. Write some things down. Feel free to write some things down in the comments about what you guys want to do, have, or become if time and money weren't an issue. Whether it would give money to charity, whether it build up a church somewhere in Africa. I mean, maybe you want to send money away. Some of you are like, I'm not greedy, I don't want stuff. Then for heaven's sakes, go make $1 million and give it all away, because a lot of poor people need money and you know how to do it. You know what I mean? Let's not be greedy and poor, right? If you know how to make money and you don't do it and you can't give that money away and that's your philosophy, then you're being greedy because you have the ability to do more with your life, to be greater, to speak a greater vision into people, right? So what would you do? Would you give the money away? Would you buy a car? Would you just travel all year round? What would you do? What would you have? What would you become if time and money were just, they cease to be obstacles in your life? Guys, I'm going to cover some exciting stuff for you. I want to show you guys something, and I talk about this all the time. I'm actually giving this away in a contest here at our next event. I'm wearing a watch on my left hand that's a symbol for me that I bought as a symbol. I bought it for one reason. This cost me, with taxes in Florida, $39,000, right? It's a Daytona Rolex with a diamond dial. Right? I'm not really a jewelry guy. I don't have tons of stuff, but I got this big fancy watch. I actually wear it in ghettos and stuff when I'm walking around, if I'm ever in a ghetto, like walking around shops or something in the middle of San Jose, Costa Rica. And if somebody asks, I just tell them it's fake. I probably shouldn't do that. You know, I'll probably get robbed once or something like that. But this watch, the reason I wear it on my hand is for me to remember where I came from. Because this cost me more money than I had ever in my life made in 12 months. Prior to 2009, prior to applying this formula. Now, I can walk into a store, and I'll never forget walking into that store. It was in Florida. I wanted to buy a watch that cost more than I had ever made in a year. And I walked into a Rolex store just dressed like kind of garbage. I hadn't showered in like a day. You know, I'd just been hanging out brainstorming in like a sweaty room with Dave Sharp drawn on a whiteboard, you know, mapping out the future and the direction we're going, the sales we're going to create. And I walked into this Rolex store, and there was this lady that was kind of stuffy a little bit, you know what I mean? And I walked in there, I was smelling, I kind of looked funny, I was about to get on a plane and travel, and I just walked in all obnoxious, like talking on the phone to Lawrence Tam, who's one of our $1 million earners about network marketing, right? And I was sitting there, and the lady hears me talking about network marketing on the phone, right? She's like, oh, God. I looked like crap. She's like, oh, double God, right? And then, right, I sit down, and obnoxiously, like I own the place, I sit down, just dressed like that, and I say, I want to see every gold watch in the place. And she kind of rolls her eyes a little bit, you know, and looks a little frustrated, like another one of these days without a sale. And I say, no, I want the next one. I want the next one. I just talk on the phone without communicating with her at all for an hour. And then it was about 60 minutes later where she brought me this watch, the Daytona, right, with this diamond dial, the black face on it. And I saw that thing and just knew that's the watch I wanted, right? I didn't even care how much it cost. I didn't actually look at the price tag. And I said, I'll take it. Pulled out my credit card. She walked over, and I said, I need to be out of here in 5 minutes. Gave her my credit card. I've never seen a person look more surprised than that lady. Because you could just walk into a store, doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter if you're homeless, doesn't matter if you're a doctor, doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, doesn't matter if you're educated, if you're not educated, because we can educate you on what to do. What matters is, do you have a dream? Do you have a dream? Because imagine if you, like me, could make more money every month than your dad ever made in a year, and he graduated from Stanford, Cornell, and you're a college dropout, right? Imagine if you could go from homeless to doing what you want. You know, I was at an event over in Dallas, Texas, and just a few months ago, and there was a lady in the audience. Her name was, I think, Elise or Alyssa or something like that, and I was telling people to shout out their dreams. I was saying, if you got a dream, just shout it out. You know, like you guys could, in the comments, you could be writing your dreams right down in the comments, right? I want you guys to be dreaming and thinking big tonight, all right? I want you to think big, right? Think about the future. Think about what you can do, right? Think about what's possible for you. I'm going to show you how to create your dreams as we move along. And I'm talking there at this event, and I'm saying, what's your dream? And somebody says, I want a car. Somebody else says, I want a house. You know, somebody else says, I want to give money away to charity. I want to build churches in Africa. You know, somebody else is talking about, I want to build a team of 100,000 people. Another person says, I want to get $1 million ring. I'm actually not wearing mine. I'll put it on here in a second when we transition. And then this lady up in the front, she says, I want eye surgery, right? And I stopped. And I said, interesting. And then I just kept asking, I want a boat, I want this, I want that, I want to move to Costa Rica. You know, everybody's yelling. And then after everybody was done yelling, I went back and I said, let's talk about dreams for a second. I said, Alyssa, or whatever, I can't remember her name, but she'd come up earlier in the event. She was another homeless lady. And back in 2009, when I got started, I was homeless living in a van. And I said, you said you wanted eye surgery. What, you can't see or something? What's the deal? And she said, no, I've never been able to see in my life. And I said, really? And the eye surgery will fix it? She said, yeah, I'll be able to see. I said, how much is the surgery? She said, $9,000. I looked at her, I said, talk to my assistant because your dream just came true. I'm paying for your surgery, right? And just the other week, she just finished with that eye surgery, and for the first time in her life, she can see. What would you do if time and money weren't an issue for you? If you could be the builder of dreams, if you could speak life into people, if you could lift people up all around the world, what would you do? Because this is what Empower Network is all about. Now, Barno, Mark, you have to do some work. You're going to have to sell some products, right? We have real products here, and some of you guys are going to be surprised by that as you go through them and get blown away, right? But the reality is that what we really are is we are the builders of dreams. We are the dream builders of the world. We are the people in the world that speak life into people, that lift them up. That's what we do. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that tonight as we go through. So I want you to get this out. I want you to write some visions down, write some goals down, write down a beautiful future, and take 2 or 3 minutes to just write down what you want in your notepad that you've got written down. And as you're doing that, I'm going to transition the camera over to the whiteboard, okay, and then we're going to start drawing out the formula tonight, but it's got to start with, why are you here? What do you want to achieve with Empower Network? What are you here to accomplish? Because my only goal tonight, my only goal, my only intention, my only outcome is to show you how to get what you want, and I can't do that if you don't know. So write it down. We're transitioning the cameras. It'll take 2 or 3 minutes. All right, guys? And by the way, guys, just as a favor to me, if somebody says, you know, what the hell's going on, just tell them that we're transitioning and I'm moving the cameras or something like that in the comments, and that will keep everybody on track. And I'll be writing down their goals and dreams. And let's do it. Hold on a second. It's always fun doing this. Got to line this up with the. It's like actually not a whiteboard. It's like a clear board. We borrowed this from Google. I got these all over my house. The only problem with it is they get bugs behind them, and you got to have your maid take them off and clean them because they're like an inch from the wall. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to make sure that we're actually. Let me flip my computer around so I can see the comments if I need to get some interaction going. And we might take breaks here and there to make sure that you guys have got coffee and use the bathroom or whatever. All right, I'm going to go over there, and I just want to make sure that my video is clear. And if it's clear, I need to move my microphone. We're good to go. Be writing down your dreams, folks. What would you do have time of money more than an issue for you? Hold on a second here. Clear? Yeah, looks like we're good. All right. Hold on a second. Well, gotta move some microphones around. I call this my Bob Barker mic. I actually don't know who Bob Barker is. It's just something somebody started saying. All right, folks, I will be right back. Give me 1 minute, and I'll come back. We'll start drawing some stuff out for you. Give me a minute, folks. Write your dreams down. Be back. All right, folks, I am back. Just give me a sec, and we're going to get started. Hopefully, you guys have got some good goals down, and you wrote some good stuff down. You got to grab some orange juice here. You know, it's funny. Most people would spend a lot more time being professional in a broadcast that's good. You know, they get seen like this. Hold on a second. We're good to go. Got some people. All right, now, guys, here's what I want you to do. Is I want you to start writing down your dreams and goals in the comments below or the comment submission box below, depending on which page you're seeing this on, and I want you to tell me what it is that you want to accomplish. Dallas G, I will answer that question later. Appreciate you. Tell me what you guys want to accomplish in the comments. Tell me what your dreams and goals are. Tell me what you guys are really here for, and I'm going to just kind of be watching as these things. I'd like a maid, but not a cook. I love to cook. All right, you got to be specific, guys. Jason, I love your mission statement too. Help more people to overcome Alzheimer's with natural products. Right, good dream and a good vision. You can do that through blogging. I'll show you how to do that tonight. All right, what else do you guys want? I want to get a lung transplant. There's another person who needs to make enough money to pay for surgery, right? $100,000 by my 19th birthday. That is a cool dream, and that is a kid that's getting started right. No, that's a kid who's getting started right in life, right? When I become successful, there are people in EN that need surgery for illnesses. I'll be like Dave and pay for their surgery. Go where I want, when I want. I want to make $100,000 a month. Jedediah Brown. Jedediah Brown, by the way, that's just a great goal to have. More sales and a bigger income. Doug, I'm going to challenge you. That's not specific. Get specific. Quit my steady job and currently be able to retire. Right? I want diamond stud. Travel the world with my wife. To retire my mom. Noble goals. Pay off all debt. How would you like to live debt-free? Right? Lung surgery so I can breathe. Right? Build a house for my mom. All right? Emergency preparedness. I don't know what that means, but yes. Right? Move to Hawaii by this year, Dave. Right? I want to move back home with my family, South Portugal. I want to be with my wife. I want to help 1,000 people make $5,000 a month, build my dream music studio and play music around the world, 100,000 by the end of 2014. I want to get rid of the cubicle forever, right? Do charitable piano concerts around the world and publish my songs in the way that Beethoven releases music to the world. I want to buy a beautiful horse ranch in Arizona with my Ferrari, right? Need to pay $150,000 in student loans. You spend that much in student loans, right? So we've got some good dreams here, some good goals. Go ahead and keep shouting them out, keep writing them down, folks, because this is where it starts. It starts with being willing to dream again. It starts with being willing to do what it takes to succeed again, all right? To do what it takes to succeed, right? To be willing to fight through obstacles that are going to stand in your way, to be willing to fight for your dreams, right? And here's what I'm going to tell you in fighting for your dreams. What I'm going to tell you is, number one, you can do it. Number two, there are going to be obstacles. Number three, some of you are going to let those obstacles beat you out of chasing your dreams. And it's a sad thing, right? And here's what else I'm going to tell you. Some of you on here are going to beat your head through the obstacles, and you're going to accomplish them, right? You're going to accomplish them, right? You're going to accomplish them. And here's my other contention for you, number 5. Or 6 or whatever, is that you can do bigger things than you've ever been able to imagine. Bigger things than you can dream right now. You can impact more people than you can even believe right now if you're a normal person, right? Exposed to normal ideas your whole life. That as you get exposed to more and more information, my goal is to crack open your world like this, right? To show you what's possible. So let me actually quickly paint something out here, and then let's get going, right? So I might need to switch markers a few times, just depending on whether or not this works. You never know. I'm going to draw something out here for you here real quick, right, as a process that you're going to follow, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night explaining each part of it, right? But I want you guys to really, really, really understand a few things, okay, that are critical to the success of your business. All right? Critical to the success of your business. Number 1, I want to explain over here why Empower Network works the way that it does, okay? Because that's going to feed into what you do to succeed. Here's why Empower Network works the way that it does. Empower Network works the way that it does because it simplifies complex processes that are usually in the way of success, all right? For our affiliate program, we're talking to affiliates here tonight, right? So this is the essential simplification of what Empower Network does, and I want you to understand this conceptually, at least at first, and more importantly, I want you to engage in what to do, all right? A long time ago, when I got started on the internet, I learned a concept of how to build a process called a funnel that sells products and services, right? Essentially all a funnel is this, and this is really important to get. This is going to be back down to dirty basics for a lot of you, and for some of you it'll be the first time you're ever exposed to this. I'm going to cover this fast because we cover more of it in certain products. I'm going to refer to it as we go through the night. You're going to see that I'm going to constantly be referring back to Empower Network's products and services that'll teach you how to do this stuff on your own and help you become masters of it. A funnel essentially works like this on the internet, all right? And it works like this offline too. First thing that you have at the very top of your funnel is traffic, right? Second thing that you're going to have on the second page of your funnel is lead capture. The third thing that you're going to have is front-end sales. The next thing that you're going to have is upsells. That's going to be funnel number one. Now, that's going to be for selling stuff, and we're just going to come back to this in a minute. I want to paint the whole thing out. Once we have a trickle of people going all the way through the process in your funnel, there's actually more funnels that you have that are part of our community, right? For example, we have all the people that go through the process of buying products and services from you in Empower Network that are going to generate commissions. Once they do, then we enter into another process which is part psychological. It's training, it's events, it's conference calls, it's getting involved with our culture and community, and this is a leadership development funnel. Okay? And this is going to be funnel number 2. Because once you've got somebody in and they're an affiliate and they're in the business and they've got all the products and they've been to our events and things like this, it's time to turn them into what I'd call a generational leader, which is somebody who can speak life and vision into other people around them and build unbelievably massive teams of tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, right? And the leadership funnel operates on a little bit of different concepts, but once again, you're going to bring a lot of people in the top of the funnel in the leadership process to bring out a few people at the bottom that are really going to be leaders and create massive leverage for you in building your organization. I'm not going to talk about all the processes in a leadership funnel right now because it's not the purpose of this Fast Start webinar. I'm just going to tell you that this exists because we're going to come back to it at a later point in this process. This is essentially why Empower Network works. Traditionally, to build a business on the internet, the only way to really make a lot of money online is to develop your own products and services and essentially start what I'd call a guru business. All right? Now, a guru business works like this. You've got a front-end product of some kind in your business that's a low-cost front-end offer, right? And then once you get a customer that you've brought into your business, you sell them more expensive stuff and more expensive stuff and more expensive stuff and more expensive stuff. You take a percentage of your profits and then you reinvest that back into bringing more traffic into your funnel. And because you're earning a high level of commissions because you're selling your own stuff, right? You have a lot of money to invest back into your process, and so you can take your empire, you can take your business, and you can kind of scale out the sales of your products and services to like an infinite level of heights. All right? That's how gurus build their businesses. In a really tiny nutshell, is if they sell a $25 product, they get a $25 commission. If they sell a $100 product, they get a $100 commission. If they sell a $500 product, they get a $500 commission. And they run their business like a business. All right? Now, what's the problem in that kind of a business model? Number one, it's the only thing that really makes a lot of money outside of Empower Network out there on the internet. So the options basically for making a lot of money in the info marketing business are you can start a guru business, right? Or you could join Empower Network, right? That is the difference, right? What's really the difference? What's really the challenge here? The challenge is each one of these parts of building a process take an incredible amount of skill. It takes an incredible amount of experience. It takes a lot of money to test. It takes a lot of infrastructure. For example, just running the web servers on the processes that are built into Empower Network, the web server bills alone for running this company are, I believe, close to or over $100,000 a month. That includes video hosting, the server infrastructure that we have that is hosting this page that you're on right now, all the capture pages that are generating leads, all the crazy stuff that we do at Empower Network. We have a technical overhead bill, not including our development team, of close to 6 figures a month, okay? The event infrastructure that we have at Empower Network, our events cost somewhere between $500,000 and $1 million to put on, depending on how many people go to it. It's expensive to do this stuff, and that's not the only problem, is it being expensive. The next part of it that makes it harder to do, honestly, is the fact that in order to do this effectively, you've got to have a mastery level of skill, really you do, at every part of this process. And so you've got to have a mastery level of skill at traffic. You've got to know how to get high quality of traffic into the funnel. You've got to have a mastery level skill at lead capture, which means you're going to have to learn how to design lead capture pages that are tweaked and optimized to squeeze as much leads as possible out of the internet. You've got to have to mastery level skill in the front-end sales process in order to learn how to sell your product. Then you've got to have a front-end product to deliver. Then you've got to have a mastery level skill set in developing more products to sell to people. And the truth of the matter is, most gurus I know, hold on, I've got to turn back on my computer screen here because I lost the comments. Most gurus that I know, and this is the truth of it, their day looks like this. They wake up at 6 a.m., they go to bed at 1 a.m., and the time spent between 6 a.m. and 1 a.m. is spent in work and drinking caffeine. And the reason is because there's too much to do. You've got to make products. You've got to deliver them. You've got to build technology. You've got to learn how to manage tech teams. You've got to develop managerial skills and CEO skills and technical skills and sales skills. And the problem is when we go and we bring a new person into a process, and this is what we're teaching them how to do, I eventually actually want you guys to be able to do this if you want to. I want to teach you how to do it. We actually teach you how to do this in our stuff, all right? And you could go out there if you want. You could start your own guru business and be your own guru, right? We have competitors that we've created from just teaching people how to do everything that we know how to do, all right? And they're like pequeños in the size, and they don't make as much money as the reps make in Empower, and that's the truth, right? You can go do this if you want. The problem is and this is the responsible for the utter ridiculous failure rate online, almost nobody who ever gets involved in your organization, almost no one ever can do all of that stuff. It's too much to learn and to execute and to pay for at the same time for the average person. And so what happens on the online marketing space and on network marketing too, and all these businesses that people are getting involved with, is there's no real ability to have a leadership funnel because you have no ability to do the first step, which is create fast front-end success, right? There's no ability for it. You can't do it. The reason you can't do it is because even to get off the ground and running, I know guys that have taken a year to get their internet business up and running because there's so many parts and so many moving things to do, and then they finally get it up and running and ready to test, and they've spent all their money. I've ran into other people that spent 6 months getting everything set up, getting all their sales videos set up, getting all their processes set up. They finally get it set up, and they find nobody wants to buy their product because they didn't do their research right, and they don't know how to sell stuff yet. Right? This is an incredibly complex business model, right? The reason why we create the success that we do in Empower Network is because what we do is we come into the picture here and we say, I want you to learn this, but I want you to learn it as you're earning. So we're going to take this whole process of learning this and understanding what it is, and we're going to delete it from your consciousness, and I don't want you to think about it. I want you to think about 2 things, okay? 2 things only. These are the things that I want you to think about. I want you to think about, number 1, getting the highest quality and largest amount of traffic you could possibly get to your site. I'm going to talk about that through tonight. Number 2, learning how to get your customers that you're going to be bringing in from the traffic to buy more stuff. Okay? Those are the 2 things that I want you to focus on in your business. If you could focus on those 2 things, which are easy to learn, it reduces the amount of focus down in your business that you have to do into 2 things. Number 1, traffic. That's number 1, which is easy to learn if it's all you've got to learn, right? How to get more traffic, how to get higher quality traffic. Number 2, how to upsell customers. Because we do all this process in between, and we will help upsell for you. However, you're going to get a lot better result if you follow the process that I'm going to outline in this video to help you learn how to get your business off to the right start. That's it. This is the foundational concept that allows our affiliates to start a business, not really understand what's going on, not really understand the way that it's selling, not really understand the way all the moving parts are working, and they can go out there and they can start selling and earning commissions and build a guru business without being a guru. That is the foundational concept that drives our entire model. Okay? You understand? If you guys got that, if you got some value out of that, just type yes, got some value out of that, and I'm going to keep going. You guys got it? You guys got it? All right, hold on a second here. Fast front-end success, people like that. Let me just refresh this page, make sure we're still live. Back to note-taking, fast front-end success, people dug that. All right, cool. Right? Yeah, almost nobody can do that stuff. That's the truth, because it's too much to do. It's too much to learn how to do, right? And so this is the foundational thing that we're eliminating here in Empower Network. So here's what I'm going to be teaching for the rest of the night, and that's going back to, that's the reason it's working. Now let's go back to a formulaic approach to building an income that will work. Formulaic approach, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you how to do, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night talking about it. Get 2 sales a day of our front-end product. You're going to follow 8 core steps. Okay? 8 core steps that I'm going to lay out. They're in the Fast Start training too. 2 sales a day, 8 core steps. Okay? And then, here's the most important thing. Okay? You're going to be here in a year. In a year. All right? This here is the foundational first formula where if you do what's in that, and I'm going to paint out what that means, okay, as we go through this, if you do that, I can help you, I can guide you into creating any kind of lifestyle and income up to a certain capacity. Okay, there's certain places where we haven't exceeded yet. I can help you get to a certain capacity that will blow your mind if you can do these things. So once again, the formulaic approach is going to be get 2 sales a day of our front-end product, which is $25. Follow 8 core steps. These are in the Fast Start training. I'm also going to lay them out tonight. 3. Be here in a year, right? Be here in a year. 2 sales a day, 8 core steps, be here in a year. If you do this, I cannot promise you that you're going to make any amount of money. What I can promise you is if you can get to getting 2 sales a day, which all it is learning to manage the kind of traffic you're getting and optimizing what you're doing. If you can get 2 sales a day, follow the 8 steps, and be here in a year, if you are not making at least $30,000 a month within 90 days of doing this first thing, I will get on the phone with you and I will walk you through what you're doing wrong and we will fix it. As long as you are doing the rest of the 8 core steps, I will do that. So I can't guarantee you you're going to make any amount of money, but what I can guarantee you that if you do this and you can manage to do this, okay, this is a very simple thing to do. And if you'll follow these, okay, and commit to be here in a year, if within 90 days of doing that, you are not making at least $30,000 a month in Empower Network in commissions, I will get on the phone, I will coach you for free, you can fly out to my house in Costa Rica, you can hang out, and I will fix what you're doing wrong in your business because you are messing part of the process up and you're just not aware of it yet. So once again, get 2 sales a day, follow the 8 steps, be here in a year, and if you are not making $30,000 a month within 90 days of doing that, within 90 days, which is not like a million years, it's not the 2 to 5 year plan, if you're not, you can fly to my house in Costa Rica, you will be making some level of money because you will be creating sales, okay, I'm going to show you how the comp plan works and where the money will come from in this because this is a Fast Start thing, okay, but if you're not, I will coach you and I will do it for free without charge because I am so confident that you will be making $30,000 a month if you follow this formula within 90 days, that I have actually only one time got on the phone with somebody and had to coach them on what to do because they were doing something wrong. That person was Laura Parrish. Laura Parrish was getting a couple sales a day, and it was like 45 days, and she was only making like $12,000 or $13,000 a month at the time when she started producing this amount of sales. I got on the phone with her and I said, "You're not making enough money, okay, tell me what you're doing. I had a 35-minute conversation with her. The next day she made $1,500. That month she made over $33,000. So if you follow this formula, which is just learning to manage enough traffic, following these steps, and you're willing to be here in a year, if within 90 days of getting 2 sales a day, you are not making $30,000 a month, I can extend myself and talk to you and fix what you're doing wrong. That's how confident I am in this. I've only had to follow through on that one time, and it was a 35-minute conversation. Is that fair? Okay, if you guys are excited about that, then let's talk about it. Okay, you're getting closer. 2 sales a day for 14 days straight. Congratulations, Brian. Now, let's talk about the 8 core steps, and then I'm going to paint out for you where the money's going to come from and what to do. Okay, and we're going to kind of do this all in the process. Step number 1 in the 8 core steps, right, and these are all going to feed into each other. Step number 1 is, this is in the Fast Start training, be a product of the product. Hold on, I got to get a new marker. Okay, be a product of the product. Now, I'm going to explain what this means so it's not nebulous. Be a product of the product. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is in Power Network, you're an affiliate, okay? And you're going to make all of your money by getting people to buy stuff, okay? And the best way to get people to buy stuff is to, as fast as you can, do what I call create a product story, right? What do I mean by that? Well, I don't want you to just buy the blog. I want you to buy the blog and create a story from the blog that when you tell the story, it will make sense to somebody why they should buy the blog if they're an affiliate of Empower Network, and you could just tell them the story and they'll buy it. Okay? I want you to just not just buy the inner circle. I want you to buy the inner circle and create an inner circle success story to help you sell the inner circle. I don't want you to just buy the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. I want you to buy the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive, and I want you to create a product story for how, right, for how that product changed your business and changed your outcomes and changed the way that you market. I don't want you to just buy the 15K formula. I want you to buy the 15K formula and create the fastest 15K formula story that you could possibly create. Let me give you an example of how to create a product story and what to do to create a product story, and that'll make a lot more sense to you. First, let me paint out the product cost that we have. Empower, here are our products. We've got a blog. It's $25 a month. Okay, we got a product called the Inner Circle. It's $100 a month. We got a one-time product of $500. That's called the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. Okay, we got a $1,000 product. That's called the 15K formula. Okay, we've got a $3,500 product. Okay, and that's called the Master's Course. They all have a different purpose. They're all important to education. These products will tell you how to build a marketing empire at any business. Then we have an affiliate fee. This is actually the only thing required to be an affiliate of Empower Network and sell our stuff, which is $19.95 a month. It's non-commissionable. Okay? All of these other core products that we've got right now at Empower Network, we pay out all of the product revenue in the comp plan. Right? Some people actually think that we don't do that, but I actually see the revenue numbers for the company. We actually pay out all the revenue for these products except for a $500 licensing fee that we have on the Master's Course. We pay a $3,000 commission on this, $1,000 of commissions on this, $500 commission on this, $100 a month commission on this, $25 a month commission on this, and then this is non-commissionable. This pays for the infrastructure of the company. Okay? Here's why you want to, number one, buy all the products that you can buy, and you want to develop a product story as fast as you possibly can. Because what I found a long time ago, this is going back to something I learned in 2007, is that reps have a very difficult time selling something that they're not willing to invest in themselves. Let me repeat that again. Reps have a very difficult time selling something that they're not willing to invest in themselves. I actually think that it's unethical if you're building a direct sales organization. On a personal level, I will not, under any circumstances ever, not ever, sell something that I don't use or own or produce results with myself. I will never in my life, not ever, not now, not in the future, sell one single thing that I have not produced results with myself or gone through myself and found valuable enough to actually sell to my list and my customers. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. The reason is because I value relationships with people, and I am not willing ethically to cross a bridge of selling something to somebody that I don't know works, okay? I'm not willing to do it. And because I'm not willing to do that, people have trusted me and gotten results by what I teach for a very long period of time, because when I tell somebody to buy something, the thing that I tell them to buy produces results. When I tell somebody to buy our products, when they buy our products and they go through our products and apply them in their business, the products create a result. all right? So let me give you an example of creating a product story. Let's say you buy the blog, right? Let's say you buy the blog, you get involved. Everybody here should at least have the blogging product, and you buy the blog. What should your first goal as an affiliate of Empower Network be? Your first goal should be over the next 90 days to create the most powerful blogging story that you could possibly create. When I got started on the internet in 2009, I didn't have a lot of money to advertise. I didn't have any knowledge on marketing. All I had was I had the ability to start a blog and to start blogging, right? So here's what I did. For the next 90 days of my business, all I did was write articles. All I did was make videos. I wrote articles, I made videos, and I got people to look at my articles and my videos. I didn't have any money to invest other than a minute amount to get a few products and services that may have totaled up to $1,000, and I borrowed it all from my mom. I didn't have any knowledge on how to do this. All I had was that I knew that if you would write blog posts every day and get people to look at those blog posts, that you could learn how to produce a specific result. And I had a goal of sponsoring 2 people a day blogging. My 45th day in the business was my very first day that I sponsored 2 people directly from my blog. The next day I sponsored a person. The next day I sponsored 3 people. Within 90 days, I had for 45 days straight sponsored more than 2 distributors a day in the business that I was building in 2009. And in under 90 days, I created a multiple 5-figure a month income just by blogging daily. So why should you buy the blog? Because when I bought my blog took 100 hours to set up. I configured the design myself and it looked like crap. I had to make all the sales processes myself and the sales processes worked like crap. I had to configure the way everything looked and it didn't load fast because I didn't understand servers. In fact, my brother's in the other room because he has another website and he's been trying for 3 days to get his website back online that was hacked because he set up his blog himself. So why should you buy the blog? Because this is how I built my entire business my first 90 days in the business, and you should buy the blog and you should use the blog daily because this blog for $25 a month does more than my $350 a month blog that has $5,000 in design and coding done on it, and this does more for cheaper than you can get anywhere else in the world. That's why you should buy it. What did I just do? I told a product story that caused you to want to buy. Right? Does that make sense? Let me give an example of why you should buy, of how to create an inner circle story, okay? And guys, I'm doing all this for a reason because I'm telling you what to do. If you just buy our products and you get all in, you get everything, right? I got this thing, 100% badass, all in, right? That's why I'm wearing this shirt. It's like a psychological plug, you know what I'm saying? But guys, if you just buy the products and you don't go through them, you can't create a product story and you're not following the first core step. You want to consume our content, okay, apply it in your business, use that to create a result, and then tell stories about the result, and the result is going to create your success. Does that make sense to everybody on here? So let me talk about an inner circle story and give you an example of it, okay? And this is an example of how to sell the inner circle through a story, right? Now my stories are a little weird because they're older because I've been around the industry forever, but it's still a product story, okay? Let me tell you. Back in 2003, I'd just gotten started and it was about a year old in my network marketing business. I'd only sponsored 2 people. I was failing miserably. I was working all night after I got out of my job. I was wandering around in Walmart. I was wandering around at Safeway to prospect people, right? And I didn't know how to produce a big result. One day a guy flew into Phoenix, Arizona on a private jet who was making over $500,000 a month in that company that I was in at the time. $500,000 a month. I mean, that was more money every month than my dad ever made in 5 months in his entire professional career, 40 years of practicing law, right? Not every lawyer is a millionaire, right? A lot of money every month, and I was blown away by it. To me, this guy was like, he's like a demigod a little bit. So he flew into town on his private jet, and then he hung out all night talking to people in the hallway. I mean, he just didn't run out of energy. You guys will see me at events. I do this. I'll just hang out with you in the hallway. So this guy, I'm waiting there, and I'm looking at it. There's like 100 people surrounding this guy with tape recorders listening to what he said. It was like kind of like a cult leader, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like trying to get in and just wondering, you know, what some golden nuggets of wisdom were. So I waited till 2 in the morning until finally everybody in the crowd passed out or went home, just so I could go up and ask him a question: how do I really get the results I want? So I walked up to this guy, and I'm sitting there, and he said, how can I help you? And I said, man, I'm just, you know, struggling. And he goes, stop. More like this. I said, stop what? He says, stop speaking that failure into your life. And I said, okay. He said, I'm going to tell you 2 things to do right now, but first I want to ask you something. are you serious with this? You're here till 2 in the morning, everybody's gone, so I figure you are. Or are you going to fool around with me if I tell you what to do? I said, I'm serious. He grabbed me by the shirt collar, he pulled me in, stared into my eyes, and he said, I want you to promise me that you're going to do 2 things that I'm going to tell you. I want you to promise me, and I won't tell you what they are until you promise me you'll do them. But I want you to commit to me that if I tell you what to do, you'll do it, and I'm not even going to allow you the freedom to know what it is that I'm going to tell you. And if you do these 2 things, I promise you it will change your life. I said, I'll do them. He says, are you fooling around? I said, no. He says, will you commit, then promise me that you'll do these 2 things? I said, yes. He says, number 1, I want you to turn your car into a drive time university. Turn off the radio and for the rest of your life. He says, I don't want you to listen to the news and trash like that fills your mind with garbage. I want you to listen to things from people who know how to produce results that you don't yet have in your life. That's why actually our audio, our second product, $100 a month, is the Inner Circle. I believe is our most important product because this is a downtime product. It's designed to be listened to when you're driving in your car, when you're working out, when you're in your downtime. He says, turn your downtime into a university where you can be educated in how to do this. Because this is a profession. It's not something that's a lotto. It's not something that you're going to learn in an instant. It's a profession. But if you will listen to audio every time you're in your downtime and stop listening to trash and filling your mind with garbage, I promise you, if you'll do the second thing, you cannot know what your life will be like in 10 years. Will you promise me to do it? I'd already promised him to do it, and I said yes, right? So that's why we have an Inner Circle product to replace the need of going and buying $1 million in audio tapes. It's an unbelievably valuable product, best audios that exist anywhere. And second thing he told me, he pulled me in, he says, second thing I want you to promise me. I want you to go, he's real close right in my face. You know, good thing he used like breathalyzer or whatever, right? I want you to go to every event we ever do. Ever. And never tell me an excuse of why you can't go, ever. And he says, will you do that? Now there's an event coming up in 3 weeks, right? At the time, I had to go out to Long Beach, California. I had no money, okay? And I said, yes. He says, do you have a ticket to the Long Beach event? It was 15,000 people there, right? And I said, no, I don't have a ticket. He let go, and he said, I want you to buy your ticket right now, or I will never talk to you again. Right? Now here's the interesting thing. He told me that back in 2002. 10 years later was 2012. I did those 2 things for 10 years. Okay? And 2012 was the first year that year the commissions I made as an affiliate were over $1 million. I was living in Costa Rica in a fantasy life. I was traveling around the world speaking. I had more than, by the end of the year, 70,000 people in my team. I was internationally known. And I was 2012, I'm 32 now, so that means I was 30. I was rich and free at 30. No, I think I was 32. I can't even remember how old I am. I was born in 1981. Okay. 10 years. Why should you buy the Inner Circle? You should buy the Inner Circle because you need to turn your car into a drive time university. And I don't want to ever hear an excuse out of your mouth of why you're not doing it, because I've done it. I did it when I was broke, and I did it when I was poor, and I invested way more than $100 a month in my education. So you see what I mean? I just became a product of the product, and I used 2 stories to sell the product. Right? Does that make sense? And so there's a story on why you should buy every product. There's a story on why you should buy everything in Empower Network. And the better you get at consuming and applying the information, the more money that you're going to make in Empower Network. That was a long way to explain number 1 step, which is be a product of a product. We might be here for a little while yet tonight. All right. Step number 2, okay, goes into goes actually into our first product and become a product of it, and that's Blog Daily. Right? Blog Daily. Why should you blog daily? Well, here's what I think about it, and I'm the one that was the mind behind coming up with the original idea for Empower Network. It's why we have a blog network on here. I believe that you should blog daily because of the rest of the process that I'm going to paint out. Because really, if you want to build a massive organization and you want to make a lot of money, all right, a lot, you got to become an expert over a period of time. Initially, you can create some money by going out there and just producing sales. But if you want to really, really, really do well, you got to become an expert. This is not going to be something that's easy. Hold on, I got to get my screen going on my computer. I hate this thing where it goes to sleep. You got to become an expert over a period of time. How do you become an expert? This is how. You learn, you do, you teach simultaneously. You learn, you do, you teach, right? Learn, do, teach, LDT, simultaneously, right? Stands for Lawrence David Tam. Learn, do, teach simultaneously. What do I mean by that? Well, you have a product that's an educational product that's going to teach you how to produce a financial result. You learn something in the product. You do what it says in the product to create a result, and then simultaneously you teach it. How do you teach it? You teach it by making a video. You teach it by writing an article. You teach it by making an audio, right? You teach it by doing something that's creating content. Because there's a creative part of your brain that just doesn't turn on if you're not actively teaching and actively creating content. I learned a long time ago from taking martial arts that the martial artists who learn and then practice the martial art and then teach the martial art simultaneously learn more than 10 times as fast as people that just learn it. They learn more than 5 times as fast as people who learn it and do it. You want to learn, you want to do, and you want to teach simultaneously. That is how to create massive outcomes in your life and become an expert over the course of the next 12 months. The best way to learn, do, and teach simultaneously is by blogging. Blogs also have a side effect that when you blog every single day, everything that you create, that you put on your blog, will almost permanently get trickles of traffic to it if you learn what's in our products, especially if you learn what's in the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive course and you learn what's in the 15K formula and the strategies in there. The blogs that you create will create a perpetual amount of traffic that will continue to have leads trickling into your business for a very long period of time if you follow a good strategy with blogging. That's why our core product is a blog. That's why you need to be blogging daily, and it's one of the most important things to do in Empower Network. Number 3, okay, is going to be market daily, right? Now, this is what I mean specifically by marketing. I'm going to be talking about paying for marketing, paid marketing, right? And let me really be clear about what I mean with this, because if you set this up now, this is how you're going to sustain your business for a very long period of time. What I want you to do from here until till the end of time, if you live to be immortal, you're going to do it for the next 10 million years, okay, is I want you to invest at minimum 20%. Now, hear me out here, because I don't want you guys to be crazy. Of the commissions that you make, 20% of your commissions that you make back into traffic to send more people into your funnel. Let me repeat again what I'm telling you to do. When you make a commission, whether it's $25 a month, $100 a month, $500, $1,000, or $3,500, when you earn a commission, I want you to take 20% of the money and find some place to get more traffic, okay, to your business. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to go take your life savings and dump it into shitty traffic. A lot of people get in Empower Network and they hear, oh, we need traffic, that's all we need, and they go buy junk traffic and don't get results. Traffic is an art, all right, and if you're going to go and dump a whole bunch of money and you don't know where the money's being spent, you are not going to make money. You need to test your own traffic, you need to keep track of it, you need to learn the skills that are in a product we've got called the 15K formula. If you want to know how to learn how to invest your money in traffic, there's a whole bunch of webinars in the 15K formula that go over specific traffic creation and management that will teach you how to do that. You need that product in your business. Again, how could you create a product story with the 15K formula? It could go like this. You could say, one night I went to a Fast Start training by Dave Wood where he's painting out the 8 core steps. He said that I should take 20% of my income that I earn from my business and reinvest it back into traffic. So what I decided to do is I decided to listen to Dave Wood and to do what he told me to do. So I earned a commission for $1,000 by selling a 15K formula, and I took $200 and I reinvested it back into a solo ad by following the product, the training in the product. Well, what happened when I reinvested my money is it didn't work out the first time. I didn't make any money. So I went back to the product. I took notes again on how to invest money into traffic. I changed some things I was doing. I changed my email a little bit. And then I went and I earned another $1,500 in commissions. It took me a month. It was a little bit hard. Well, then I took $300 from that and I invested it back into more traffic. Well, that time when I invested that $300 into traffic, I brought in 5 customers and I made another $2,000. So by applying the information of the 15K formula, I was able to produce sales results in my business immediately by learning how to get good and master the skill, right? That's why you should buy it, right? So do you see what I just did? I just created a product story by utilizing the information of the 15K formula to then sell the product to customers and to affiliates. Does that make sense to you? All right? So market daily, reinvest 20% of your income there. You can learn how to do that in the product called the 15K formula, right, which is a $1,000 product that we have at Empower Network. Okay, and if you don't have it, I think you should log in and buy it right now. Now, number 4 thing that you want to do, this is going to be a new member coaching. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's what I'm going to tell you, right? Guys, here's a question for you, and you guys can answer here in the comments and in the phone submissions and stuff like that, right? What I want to ask you is, how fast do you want to make money in your business, okay? And I want you to be honest with me. And if the answer is I want to take forever and I'm not willing to do any hard work, then that can be the answer. It's fine, right? If the answer is fast as hell, okay, fast as hell, that's what I want you to do, right? If the answer is fast, then you got to listen to what I'm about to say. Almost nobody in Empower Network does this. All of the people that do, they earn such a dramatic amount more commissions from selling more stuff. It is absolutely mind-boggling, all right? And it doesn't take a lot of time. In fact, if you bring in 2 customers a day, okay, this new member coaching will take you less than an hour a day, okay? Less than an hour. And if you do it, it will so dramatically enhance your ability to make money, it will blow your mind. Now, what I want to do is I want to do a role play with you and explain how to do new member coaching, because when you bring in a new customer, if you do this, okay, it will so dramatically enhance the amount of money that you make as long as you're all in, you become a product of the product. I'm going to talk about what it means to be all in a minute. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. It's a psychological plug. As long as you become a product of the product and you're willing to do this, it will blow your mind, right, how much faster you'll succeed if you're willing to do it, and how much faster you will be connected with the people in the field if you do it, all right? So what I need is I actually want somebody I'm familiar with here, just because I don't have time to screw around with it. If you've actually got my number, text me and tell me, and what I'll do is I'm going to call you and do a role play with you on speakerphone. If not, I'll have somebody put their phone number. Actually, if you guys don't mind like a million people calling you, if you want to put your phone number in the comment box, I'm just going to call somebody, put you on speakerphone, and do a role play for everybody. Is that cool? So I need a volunteer. Hold on, I got to go get a phone. Need a volunteer. Phone number. But you guys got to agree to be recorded, right? Warning, you'll be recorded. If you want to put your phone number, you want me to call you right now and do new member coaching with your role play to teach you how to do it, then put your phone number in the comments. I'll just wait. Well, then put your phone number in there, Sheena. Sheena. You can send me a private message and it'll pop up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on a second. Sheena. Crap. Hey, somebody send me a private message. We got like a million numbers. Hold on a second here. I'll go with the first person, Sheena. I think I know her. I think that's that girl. She was over at, hold on a second here. I'm just going to copy a random phone number and call somebody. Sheena, here we go. All right, I'll copy that and I'll paste it here. And that way I'll have it. Okay, well, I'm calling you from Costa Rica, so it's going to be a strange number, Sheena. 820. Oh, it shouldn't say this. I left your last 2 numbers out of that, so you won't get plastered with phone calls, by the way. Appreciate you. Hold on. Hello? Hold on. Hey, how's it going? Hey, is this Ashina you were on that boat with Dave Sharp and I?
Yeah, as March.
Oh yeah, cool. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, real quick, can everybody hear her when she's talking? Can you hear it in the microphone? I'm just waiting. I think people can hear you. So here's what I'm going to do, Sheena. I have to do a role play, and I know that you're not a new customer, so it's going to be a little bit different. So what I want you to do is don't be a complete ass, right? We've got to just go through this quick, but I want to explain to people how to do a new member coaching. And so to do that, I need you to act like you're just brand new and you just started, and I'm calling you. Is that cool?
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to turn the phone and have you ask it, and hopefully people will be able to hear it okay on the live stream. All right, so we're just going to start. Don't give me too many excuses, but give me one or two. It's fine, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and just say what I would actually say to a person and give people a good example on how to close more sales in their business, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. So first, ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Hey, is this Sheena?
Yes, this is Sheena. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dave Wood, Sheena. I just noticed that you just came in. You bought the blog at Empower Network, and I just wanted to welcome you to the team. How you doing?
Oh my God, I'm good. I just can't believe you called me. I've been through all these different email lists, and it's the first time someone has ever called me back and said hello. So I'm surprised.
Hey, well, it's good talking to you, and I'm glad to have you on board. Sheena, here's the deal. I've got about 20 minutes right now, and I'm real busy building an organization. But right now, I'm looking to work with some people that really want to create a massive, massive, massive difference in their lives this year in 2014. And I was just wondering if you have a really, really, really strong desire this year to create a life-changing result in your business, and that's why you joined.
I do. I mean, one of the reasons why I've been looking online was because I've been trying to find a way to earn an extra income, to be able to quit my job, to move out of this cold country because we've been having ridiculous, freezing degrees, and, I've been just wanting something so bad that, I'll do anything.
Well, here's what I want to do. I want to get some information from you to make sure that I'm asking. I want to make sure that I know what you want. And what I want to do is I want to spend the next 15 or 20 minutes finding out what you want and helping you be able to just get that a little bit faster. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, first thing I'm going to ask some questions. Now, before I start asking questions, Sheena, I just want to kind of preface this with something. I cannot take any kind of dishonesty at all when I'm working with people, all right? I don't care if what you tell me is just totally brutal, all right? I will not tell anybody or share the information ever with anybody, all right? This call isn't going to be recorded and put anywhere. Of course, this is because we're just role-playing, but keep in mind we're role-playing, so you can make something up. But I'm not going to put this anywhere, okay? Your privacy is safe with me. But I want you to give me honest answers, because without honesty, we cannot have a business relationship. I promise you that if you're honest with me, I will never do anything ever that's not in the best interest of your business. Is that okay?
Yep, that's okay.
All right, great. First question I've got for you, Sheena, is how much money do you really want to make from your Empower Network business? What are you looking to do here?
I want an income goal, a monthly income goal of $30,000 a month through Empower Network, because I've seen the comp plan, and I know it's more possible in this company than any other company I've seen. 100% commission.
So you want to make $30,000 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got that down. Now, have you ever made $30,000 a month before, Sheena?
No. Well, not in U.S. dollars.
Now here's a question for you. If I tell you, based on the resources you have available, exactly what you need to do to make $30,000 a month, are you going to do what I tell you to do, or are you just going to be messing around with me? Because I don't have time to fool around.
No, I'm going to do what you tell me to do.
Okay. Next question I've got for you, Sheena, is how much time do you have on a daily and a weekly basis that you can commit towards investing into your business in order to make that level of income? In other words, how many hours a day do you have on a consistent basis that you're willing to absolutely dedicate to doing what I tell you to do?
Well, I still work full-time, 5 days a week, so that's 40 hours out of the week. And, I'm willing to wake up early to, blog every day and come back from work and, either train or marketing or, find strategies to make this thing work. So, I mean, I'm committed to 3-4 hours a day if I have to. If I have to not sleep, I'll find ways to stay awake. So
Okay.
whatever I have to do.
So you have 3 or 4 hours a day you could dedicate right now towards building your business?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and here's another question for you, and I know I'm being a little bit hardcore here, Sheena, but I'm doing this for a reason. It's because I want you to be able to create the result that you want, and we can't do that with any kind of dishonesty. If I tell you what to do in those 3 to 4 hours, are you going to do exactly what I tell you to do, or are you going to do what you just wanted to do in the first place?
No, I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do because you've made that income, and I want to know how to get that same income.
Okay, here's the next question I've got for you. You've got 3 or 4 hours a day to dedicate towards building your business. How much money do you have both right now to invest into building your business and also on an ongoing monthly basis to dedicate towards making that income that's your goal to make? So in other words, how much could you put towards marketing and purchasing products in your business now and on a monthly basis in order to create that result?
Well, right now I'm trying to find ways to get all in because I just came in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's say about $10 a day, so that's what, $3,000 a month? About $300. No, yeah, $3,000.
Wait, so I was a little bit confused. You said you could, huh?
Yeah, $10. Let's say $10 a day on marketing.
Uh-huh. And what do you have right now that you could invest into education and products that you'd need to purchase to teach you how to do what you want to do?
Well, I can come up with the money in like a week to get all in.
Oh, you can. You can. Okay, that's fair. So you can come up with the money to get all in, and then you can invest like $10 a day into marketing for the time being.
Yeah.
Now here's what I'm actually going to encourage you, Sheena, and I'm a little bit different in this. I don't actually care that you invest too much money into marketing on a daily basis. What I care is I want you to commit that from now on, when you earn commissions, that you take 20% of your commissions. In other words, I don't want you to take money out of your savings account. I don't want you to, there's a funny story there with you, but we'll not share it with everybody. I don't want you to take money out of your savings account. I don't want you to put money on credit. But when you earn a commission successfully, I want you to commit to me that from now on, permanently, you will invest 20% of your commissions back into marketing. Can you commit to do that?
I can commit to doing that.
Okay, and between now and then, I just want you to go out there and make some sales, all right, through free methods. Just go out there and start making sales by being creative and applying what's in some products I'm going to tell you to get that you're going to buy when you actually buy all the products in Power Network. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll never encourage you to just wildly invest money into anything. I want you to make sure that you get the education that you want in your business. So you can get all in. You can invest $10 a day into your education. I do want you to put that in. What I want you to do with that $10 a day, Sheena, I don't want you to invest it into marketing for the time being because I'm not sure that you're right there in your business. What I want you to do is actually go out there, apply what's in the products. For example, the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive, the free strategies that are in the 15K formula. I want you to learn how to go out there, how to model people that are doing things with free marketing, and I want you to learn how to get results and then be willing to invest money back into your business. What I want you to do with that $10 a day is I want you to just put it aside into savings that you might need in your business for a rainy day, in case you need money to get to an event, in case you need money to purchase a new product or something like that. Can you do that? Okay, now you said that you would have the money to purchase all the products in Empower Network. When is it that you could come up with the money to purchase all the products in Empower Network, Sheena?
Within a week.
Within a week. All right, so you'll be, and we have right now it's Wednesday, so by next Wednesday then, you'll be all in with the company.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here's what I want you to do, Sheena, all right? Now I want you to be really specific with me and promise that you're going to do exactly what I tell you to do. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, number one thing that I want you to do is, and if you don't have this product, you might have to wait, and that's okay to wait. I want you to get as clear as you possibly can get right now in your business and write down on paper your goal of how long you're willing to work to get to that income goal that you have. And I want you to get as clear as you possibly can about getting that goal. Number two thing that I want you to do you have the 15K formula right now, or do you need to wait a week to buy that?
No, that one I have. I have up to the 15K formula.
You have up to the 15K formula. Have you watched Webinar 1 in the 15K formula, Sheena?
Yeah, the clear intentions.
Okay, do you have a crystal clear intention that you've set based on the Webinar 1 in the 15K formula?
I do, but sometimes I have to rewrite it because my intentions change from time to time.
That's okay. Now, do you have a current one?
Well, for me right now, I want to be able to...
Well, no, here's what I want you to do, Sheena, and I'm going to challenge you because you've been through it. Do you actually have that written down?
I have it written down.
Do you know where it is?
I'm not. My book's not with me.
It's not with you, but do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's in my house.
It's in your house. So if I asked you to on a dime, you could get that and you could read it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, is it current?
Not at the moment.
Then here's my challenge for you, Sheena, and this is to you, not the role play. I want you tonight to go back through that and to rewrite it and make it current. Can you commit to do that?
I can commit to doing that.
Okay, I want you to another one get absolutely clear and make sure that your intention is current. Number two, when you're all in and you've purchased up to the master's course, I want you to send an email to me and let me know that you've done that. Can you do that for me?
Yep.
Number three thing that I want you to do, we have an event coming up here, and I want you to purchase your event tickets and make sure that you show up and that you're at our team gathering at the event. Do you have tickets to the event, Sheena?
I do have tickets to the event. I booked my flight and hotel, and I'll be there in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, great. As long as you will do what you just said that you would do, and you'll be at the event, okay, here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to meet with you at the event, and we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about we're going to sit there and we're going to talk about how to get to your dreams and goals just a little bit faster with Empower Network. Is that fair?
Yes. Is this still role playing or is that for real?
No, I'm for real. I'm for real. Well,
Okay,
you're
good.
the one I called, so I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I love you anyway. I appreciate what you do. All right. So great. So you have up to the 15K formula. I want you to send an email when you've purchased the master's course and let me know that you've done that. And as long as you'll commit to do that and to be at the event, I'm going to meet with you and I'm going to help you get your business to the next level. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right. Well, thank you. Now, okay, I'm going to hang up now, Sheena, and end the call. But thank you, and I'll see you at the event.
See you in Miami.
I will. I will see you in Miami. We'll take some time. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right, bye.
Guys, that is how to make 5 times more money per customer. 15 to 20-minute conversation, and here's what you do. You find out, number one, what a person wants. Number two, how much money they have that they're willing to invest into their business. Do not make people go broke, guys, and burn through your organization in order to get a commission. It'll frustrate you in the long term, right? Don't overextend people. I'm just telling you not to do it, right? But find out what resources people have available, find out what they're willing to invest in their business, find out if they're serious, and then number 4, tell them what to do next and tell them to log in and to buy the next product. If you will do those things, every phone call that you make will be worth an unbelievable amount of money. You're going to create a lot of relationships and get a lot of people to the events. Okay, does that make sense? So that is number 4. Right? Now, if you guys couldn't hear that, that's fine, right? But you could hear what I was doing, right? You could hear what I was doing, and that's the important part of that process. That's number 4, all right? Number 5, this is where we're going to draw a line here. I'll explain what line means in a minute. Number 5 is I want you to listen to audio daily. What audio? Specifically, audios from the inner circle, okay? That's why we have a $100 a month audio product, because I want you to listen to audio and turn your car into a drive time university like Brad Duncan told me back in 2002. Okay? Number 6, I want you to commit to reading at least 15 minutes a day, okay, out of a book that's going to teach you how to make more money, influence more people, or be more successful. Okay? There's a million books. We don't have a book program. Just go out there and read whatever's current. Okay? They're all good. Anybody who's taken the time, who's a bestseller to write a success book, just go read it. Right? I read a lot of books on influence. It's how I do the things I do. I read for about an hour and a half a day. But I'm going to talk about why to do this in a minute. Number 7, okay, we have a Monday night call at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I want you to commit to be on that call every single week, every week for the next year. Okay, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The number for this is sent out on our text list every single week. I want you to get on our text list. You can get on in your back office, and we send it out by email every week. It's called Empower Hour. It's incredibly important to be on it and to get your team to listen to it for at least a year. Why do I say for at least a year? Because if you'll listen to 52 out of 52 Empower Hour calls on a Monday night over a year, it will transform the way that you think about building a business, and it will make the biggest difference for your business that you could possibly make. I want you to commit that from now on, you are going to listen to that call. Okay? And here's the 8th thing, right? And I'm going to be really specific on this. I want you to commit to get to every single event ever. Every event. Okay? Every event. Okay? I'm going to explain why in a second, then I'm going to ask for some commitments from people. Right? Let me repeat again. Step 1, be a product of the product. Step 2, blog daily. Step 3, market daily. Step 4, new member coaching. Step 5, listen to daily audio. Turn your car to Drive Time University. Listen to audio when you're working out. You'll lift more weights, right? Step 6, reading. Step 7, get on our Empower Hour call at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday night. Step 8, get to every event ever. And I never want to hear an excuse of why you're not going. I am going to the next event, and it is in a window when it's possible for my first child to be born that weekend, and I'm still going, okay? So I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear if you're broke, because I went to Long Beach, California 3 weeks after Brad Duncan told me that if I didn't go, he'd never talk to me again, and I found a way to get there broke. I slept in my car, and I went to it, and it absolutely transformed my life, what I heard at that event. Why do you need to get to the events? Because there are 3 things that we do in order to create magical level results over a period of time, right? We read, we listen, and we associate. We read, we listen, we associate. We read, we listen, we associate with people that know how to do what we want to do. It doesn't take a lot of time, it's a habit, right? The question is will you do the habit or not? If you'll do the habit, if you'll read, if you'll listen, you'll associate, then you can create a phenomenal level of result. If you are not willing to read, if you're not willing to listen, if you're not willing to associate, then you can't create that phenomenal level of result. What I want you to do right now is to log in and to buy your event tickets. There's things in your nervous system called mirroring neurons, and it's important to get around people that know how to do what you know how to do. Because what happens is biochemically, by being around people who know how to do what you want to learn how to do and listening to them, associating with them, you will automatically, without conscious thought, begin to model the behavior that's producing their successful result. And if you don't get around them and you don't listen to them and you don't get around the people that know how to get the result that you want, you cannot create results as fast and to as large of a level as if you do. I know because I see the transformational power of our events. Justin Berengia came to an event, couldn't barely afford his rent in a third world country from blogging on the internet. Came to an event, came and met me at my house after the event. After he met with me for a week, he went out the next 30 days in his first month where he approximated $30,000 in commissions. Does that guarantee you're going to make money? No. Look at our income disclosure. Obviously, this isn't a recruiting call. This is to affiliates, okay? We make money only by selling our products. What happened? What happened is Justin got around energy and got around patterns of behavior that when he modeled them from watching them and from copying them, he was able to instantly transform his financial result. And now Justin Berengia has gone from barely able to afford his rent to less than a year and a half later, okay, he is now one of our $1 million earners, earning in excess of $1 million in commissions in Empower Network just by applying the 8 steps of this formula and making a commitment to his business. That's why you should get to events. And if you don't have a ticket to the next event, then here's what you need to do. We're doing an event that's coming up fast. You need to get to it. Log in right now, and I want you to buy your tickets. Here's my question for you. My question for you is who in here is going to commit absolutely no matter what? Who in here is going to commit no matter what, you're going to commit to get to the next event? Who in here is going to commit to me that you'll be at the next event? I want you to tell me who will commit no matter what to be at the next event. I want you to write that in the comments. And if you're not in the comments, you can log in by clicking the Facebook login button on the comments below. Who in here is going to commit to get to the next event? I want you to type, yes, I'll be at the next event. And then I'm going to spend the remainder of here explaining how the money is going to be made and what you need to do next. Done? Corey, thanks for committing to your future. I want you to commit to get to every event from now on. Who's here is willing to make a commitment to me, okay, that you're willing to follow through on, that for the next year you will get to every single event Empower Network puts on? You're committing. Okay, awesome, you're going to be there. All right. Jedediah, you're going to be there. Diane, you're going to be there. Gary, you're going to be there. Brian, you'll be there. Tamara, you'll be there. You'll be there. You're going to commit to be there, Wade. Right? Congratulations, guys. This is what it takes. It takes commitment that you are going to get around the people that know how to do what you want to do. And if you're not willing to get around them and you're not willing to read, you're not willing to listen, you're not willing to associate, then you're not willing to succeed. That's the truth. You'll be at the next event. I want you to commit to be at the next event. And I want you to commit that I want you to commit for the next year that no matter your excuse, no matter your success level, that you will absolutely, without question, that you will follow these 8 steps. I want to get a commitment from you. Who in here is willing to follow these 8 simple steps in your business, and then I'm going to explain why you're going to follow them and what they're going to do. Who in here is willing to commit that you're going to follow the steps? Sheena's going to commit to follow the steps. Alan's going to commit to follow the steps. Wade's going to commit to follow the steps. Okay? Who's going to commit that you're going to follow all 8 of these steps? This is your daily pattern. This is why you want to follow the steps, guys. This is why all of them are important. These first 4 steps, this is what is going to build your organization, and this is what's going to build your income. So in other words, step 1 through 4, that's going to build your income. Okay? This is where you're going to generate commissions because this is what's going to produce sales. Any one of them that are left out is going to cause you to be frustrated because, for example, reinvesting into marketing, that's how you sustain your business. That's how you sustain getting 2 a day. If you don't reinvest your commissions, you cannot sustain getting 2 people a day for a long period of day. You need to reinvest your commissions into marketing or it will become increasingly difficult as you become lazier, because you will after making a lot of money, you'll get a little lazier. It'll become increasingly difficult to sustain your getting 2 people, getting 2 new sales, 2 new customers a day, the blogging platform. It'll become increasingly difficult to sustain this if you're not willing to invest and reinvest your income. That's how Justin advanced his income so quickly. Is he made some money, he reinvested 20%. 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 12 months later, he had his first 6-figure month. Does that guarantee you're going to do it? No, it's what he did by following these 8 steps. These steps are what build your business. If you leave out new member coaching, you're going to be missing out on most of the money from your new members, right? And you'll get better at this, by the way, from doing it. Now, the next 4 steps, this is what's important. By doing them is what builds you into a leader. By getting your team to do them is what's going to keep your team around, keep your team producing, keep your team succeeding, and it's going to build the culture in your team, which is what's going to make you most of the money that you're going to make in the future, is by being a leader and getting people to do these other steps. So in other words, if you just do this, your income is going to be increasingly hard to manage over a period of time. If you get people to do all of this, this is what makes it so you can be free. Because if you don't get your team listening to audio daily, you've got to motivate them all the time. If you don't get your team reading, they're not going to become leaders. If you don't get your team on the 9 p.m. call, then you're going to have to motivate your team like you're a church pastor every week. Or you could get them on the Monday night call. They won't get to the call if you don't get to the call. This call is like the pulse of our business. Why does church meet every week? Because every week people need to be pumped up or they forget they made commitments. Okay? If you don't do this, you absolutely will not build an organization that takes on a life of its own. Anybody that has gotten a team to an event, you can ask them if they've gotten 10 or 20 or 50 people to an event. Those events transform people from the inside to the outside. You need to get your team to every single event. These first 4 build your income. These last 4 build the culture, and they build you. That's why you need to do them in Empower Network. All right? Make sense? All right. Last thing I'm going to explain. We're going to end here, and I'm going to get some commitments from all of you here who are on the live stream. Right? I'm going to talk about where the money comes from and what you're going to do. Okay, remember, the formula is get 2 sales a day, follow the 8 steps, okay, and be here in a year. Get 2 sales a day, follow the 8 steps, be here in a year. How do you get 2 sales a day? Really, here's how to do it. You need to get about 30 to 60 leads a day into the top of our funnel and learn how to do what's in the 15K formula with them. That's how, okay? And if that's not producing 2 sales a day, then you need to learn to get better leads, or you need to learn better traffic, or you need to learn how to follow up better. Those are the only areas. That's all you should be focusing on and getting to events if you're new. Okay? Get 2 sales a day. You say, what if I only get 15 sales a month? You're doing great. Focus on getting 2 sales a day and reinvesting your money back into advertising to grow your business bigger. Okay? Now, let me talk about where the money's going to come from, get some commitments from you guys, okay? And then I want to give you a formula for building an empire, okay? Now, this is cool because this training, I promise you, this training has everything you need to know. I promise you, okay? I promise you, this training that I'm giving you now, with what I'm going to give you in the next few minutes, has everything you need to know for the next year, okay, to get to an income that will blow your mind. Now, is it going to guarantee an income? We don't guarantee income ever because we can't, okay? This is all you need to know. Most people who don't create results overcomplicate everything. This is a simple process, okay? But you need to focus your energy. We're going to go through the rest of this, and then I'm going to bring you back to a focus and what to do next, okay? This is where income comes from. Okay, we're just going to say this is you here. What you're going to do is get 2 people a day, follow the 8 core steps, and commit to be here in a year. And if you don't get 2 people a day for the next 90 days, then you keep refocusing and you keep aiming at that until you're hitting it. I have sponsored at least 2 people a day only from blogging with no paid advertising for the last 4 years straight without a single day of a break. Okay? So don't tell me you can't do it if you don't have a lot of money. Don't tell me you can't do it if you don't have a list, because I did it from zero, from broke, living in a van, just from blogging, right, which is the 2nd core step, okay? So what do you do if you don't have a lot of money? You blog. What do you do if you can't buy all the products? You get the products you can get, and you focus the energy that you've got in producing sales and reinvesting your money back in the process, okay? You are going to get 2 sales a day. Within the next 90 days is going to be your goal. Your 90-day challenge coming out of this live stream, okay, is going to be within the next 90 days to have at least a week straight where you get 2 sales a day. Okay, where you get 2 sales a day, where you get 2 sales a day, where you get 2 sales a day. You get 2 sales a day, you follow the 8 core steps, you be here in a year. You get 2 sales a day, you follow the 8 core steps, you be here in a year. You get the 2 sales a day, you follow the 8 core steps, you be here in a year. And if you really want to build a big team fast, you do that, and then you do the formula I'm going to lay out after this, which is going to tell you guys how to do stuff that is going to absolutely boggle your mind. Okay? 2 sales a day. 2 sales a day. 2 sales a day of what? Of the blog. Okay, 2 sales a day. 2 sales a day. Maybe one day you have 1. The next day you have 3. Okay? Here's what's going to happen. Our product, our commission plan in Power Network, not a lot of people understand it. It works on what's called a power line structure, okay, where the 2nd sale, the 4th sale, and the 6th sale, and then every 5th are going to pass up in your organization to whoever you're connected to on that product. Now, I am not going to explain the comp plan in a way everybody's going to understand today. It's going to take you guys a while, and here's what I'm going to tell you. Don't worry about it. I'm explaining this because I want to show you the power in what we're doing, okay, in what we're doing. Now, here are the rules in our comp plan. You can qualify for commissions on products in 2 ways. Number 1 way you could qualify for commissions on products is you can purchase the product to be a user of it and to use the product for yourself. Number 2 way you could qualify for commissions is by making a certain amount of customer sales of each product in our comp plan. Each product that we have qualifies differently. So that means you could be qualified for the blog, but you're not qualified for commissions on the inner circle yet. You could be qualified for these 2 and not be qualified on these yet. The 2 ways you have of qualifying, hold on a second, let me just turn this computer back on. The two ways that you have of qualifying are, number 1, you could purchase the product. Number 2, you could get a certain amount of customer sales on the product, right? Here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I'm going to encourage you to purchase the products that you want to sell. The reason I want to encourage you to purchase them is because without purchasing them, you're not going to know what's in them. Without knowing what's in them and applying it, you can't create a product story. Without creating a product story, you can never explain in a new member coaching call why somebody should buy that product. If somebody gives you an objection or resistance, you have no reason, no way of telling them to buy that product. You have no way of writing an email to your list or your members and telling them to buy a product because you don't know what's in the product. Okay? If you don't know what's in the product, you're not going to sell a lot of them. I could show you statistics across Empower Network that people who are willing to invest in their education, they're the ones that produce all the sales. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to buy everything that you want to earn commissions on, and it's not because you have to, it's because if you don't, I'm telling you something, there is some sort of weird force in the universe that stops your mind from being able to sell stuff you don't own. I don't know why it is, but here's what happened to me. 2007, I was struggling. I was in a network marketing business. We had a $250 package and we had a $1,000 package. When I sold a $1,000 package, I earned a $200 commission. When you sell a $1,000 package, you earn a $1,000 commission. So I earned a significant less than you earned from selling that package. But the fact is, it was the only way we could make money. All right? So here's what happened to me, and this is back in 2007. I was building a company, a vitamin deal, right? I could not get anyone to buy that $1,000 package. I thought nobody would buy it. I thought everybody was broke. I was like, nobody will buy this thing. I'm doing meetings. I'm showing people the presentation, and everybody's joining for this $250 level. Right? And I called my sponsor. I said, I can't get anybody to buy this $1,000 product. And of course, if somebody bought the smaller product, you just didn't earn any money. Right? Well, here's the thing. My sponsor did something, and I'll never forget what they did for me. Right? I'll never forget this. My sponsor said, Dave, let me check on something. And they logged in. And then you know what they did? They looked at my sponsorship tree and saw what products I had. They said, wait a second, Dave. I noticed that you don't have the $1,000 product. And I said, well, no. And they said, let me ask you something, Dave. How can you expect somebody you're bringing in to buy something that you're not even willing to buy? How can you expect them to do what you're not willing to do? And I said, and she said, but what? So in other words, Dave, you're wanting people to buy something that you're not willing to buy. Is that right? And I said, and she says, here's the deal. Why aren't you buying it? And I said, I don't have any money. And she says, here's the deal, Dave. I don't ever want to hear this excuse from you again. You're 25 years old. You don't have any money at all. And the reason you don't have any money is because you think like somebody who's broke. So here's the deal, and here's what I'm going to do for you. And she was on the phone, right? As I'm imagining her. Her name was Lori. She says, Dave, here's the deal. If you don't buy that $1,000 package in the next 24 hours, I will never talk to you or help you in your business again, even if you buy it later. Understand? I said, click. You know, it was amazing. It was amazing how fast I came up with $1,000 to buy that product the second she put me on the line. You know what I mean? The fact is, I wasn't committed. The fact is, I didn't believe in what I was doing. See, here's what a lot of people do. They come into this, and they don't buy the products. And these are products that will teach you how to build a business in anything. These are what's going to reprogram your mind for success. These are what's going to teach you how to build the infrastructure to build a long-term organization in any company. If you go join another company and build another business, we've helped people start other companies and other businesses out there, a lot of them, by investing in their education, learning what's in our products. All right? That's how people learn how to do those things, even in other businesses. All right? Now, here's the deal. Right, that just blew me away, right? She put me on the line because I wasn't willing to do what I was telling people to do. Look, if you don't have, I'll tell you something, you're struggling, you don't have the $100 a month product, log into your back office right now. There's a little green button that says Activate Now by the Inner Circle. Click the button that says Activate Now and buy the Inner Circle. Your credit card information should be stored in there. We have PCI compliant servers. You don't have the $500 product. The question is, do you want to sell the $500 product? Can you sell it without buying it? Yes. Will you? Probably not. Why? Because somebody's going to ask you. They're going to say, well, I'm thinking about buying this $500 product. Why should you buy it? And you're going to say, well, I didn't because I'm dipping my toe in the water and I'm on the fence. Look, folks, there's only hot and cold. There is no on the fence because if you're on the fence, you're cold, right? Look, if you're not willing to do it, you can't expect another person to do it. Well, if you can't get $500 commissions, right? Because you can't sell it because nobody's going to buy it from you because you don't have it yourself. You're expecting another human being to do something that you're not willing to do because you're dipping your toe in the water. And there is no dipping your toe in the water. There's only not getting in the ocean, folks. You got to get baptized by immersion. You can't get a little bit pregnant. All right? Does that make sense to you guys on here? Look, I'm talking strong to you guys because of the fact that I don't want you to fool yourself. I don't want you to fool yourself. How do you make money? You make money from selling products, good products that we've invested millions of dollars into and a lot of education and training into in order to create the best user experience that you could possibly create. If you don't sell these products, You will not make any money at all in Empower Network because this is not a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. It's something that has end users where we sell products. And if you don't know what's in those products because you're not following the number one step at Empower Network, which is be a product of the product, you will not make money in Empower Network long-term or short-term. You're fooling yourself because you cannot dip your toe into the water and get baptized. You got to go all the way in. You got to decide that you're going to focus on your business and make a decision, folks. So here's what you're going to do. Do you want to be able to sell the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive? Well, you got to know what's in it. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Do you want to earn $500 commissions by selling this product in our comp plan? If you do, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to log in right now to empowernetwork.com. You're on here. Go ahead and open it up in a new window. And on the left-hand side, you will see Costa Rica Mastermind. I want you to click the button that says Activate Now. I want you to purchase that product right now. And as you're purchasing it, go ahead and send me a note on here and let me know as you're purchasing the product that you don't have. Do you want to be able to sell the 15K formula? How are you going to sell it? You're going to sell it by getting a new customer, by doing a new member coaching, and by talking to people. That's how most of those are going to be sold when you're new. Later, they'll be sold automatically as you learn more skills. In the beginning, it's going to be from conversations. How are you going to possibly expect somebody else to buy something that you're not willing to buy that you're talking to? Here's how it works. I get on the phone, and I'm with somebody that just started. Right? They're on a limited budget, just like I was when I got started. They don't have all the money to invest, and here I am having the arrogance to expect them to buy something that I'm not willing to buy, right? So I get on the phone with them and I say, how much money do you have available? They say, well, if I really stretch, I could spend about $1,000 more. And they've already got up to the $500 product. If I can convince them that this is going to be good for them and I can believe in that message and I am not willing to sell something that I don't have myself, I can get on the phone with that person and in a very short conversation they say, well, I could stretch and do $1,000, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to say without question every time, Mary, can I tell you what to do? And she's going to say, yeah. I'm going to say, Mary, I want you to log into Empower Network right now. I want you to buy the 15K formula. There's a button on the left-hand side. It says the 15K formula. There's a button that says buy now or activate now, and it's green. Do you see that button? She says, yeah. I say, look, Mary, that product is $1,000. I know you only have $1,000 you can invest, but this product contains valuable information that's going to make sure that you have the skills and the strategies and the knowledge to be able to go out there and build a real business that's not dependent on Empower Network, that's not dependent on other people, that's based on your skills. And I believe in that product, and here's why. Because when I went to that product, Mary, I didn't know how to set goals. I didn't know how to set an outcome that would actually change my life. But you know what I did, Mary? You know what I did? I watched webinar 1 in that product. And Dave Wood was on that webinar, and he was talking about how to get clear with your vision, how to set real outcomes in your life, and how to focus your vision in the future. And I pulled out a pen that night, and I wrote down a goal. And I said, within 90 days, this is what I'm going to do. And you know what happened, Mary? Because I was willing to put myself on the line, because I only had about $1,000 too, because I was willing to put myself on the line, I went in and I did what I had to do. Mary, I did what I had to do, and because I bought that product, I was able to create that result because I learned how to get clear and then market my business step by step. Mary, are you logged in right now? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'm logged in. I want you to click the button that says, scroll down, you see the 15K formula on the left? She says, well, yeah. Mary, I want you to click the button that says Activate Now next to the 15K formula, or Buy Now, or whatever it is at the time. We might change that, right? Tell me when you've clicked it. You see that part where it has your credit card information? It's X'd out, but it's got it in there. Do you want to use that credit card, Mary, or a different one? No, I want to use that one. Okay, go ahead and hit the button that says Complete Your Purchase. Tell me when you've done that. Okay, great. You done it? All right, Mary, here's what I want you to do. Tonight, I want you to watch webinar number 1 in the 15K formula. Dave Wood's going to show you how to set an outcome in your business. I want you to be in a place, Mary, where you never have to worry again about starting a business and investing money into your education, because I want you to learn how to create results in your life. So here's what I want you to do, Mary. I want you to go through that to set a clear outcome, webinar 1. I want you to do it tonight. I don't care if you don't sleep tonight because you got to go work in the morning or whatever. I want you to watch that, do it tonight, and I want you to email your outcome to me in the morning and tell me what you're here to do. Mary, can you do that for me? Yeah, I can do that. Mary, welcome aboard. Now here's another question, Mary. Yeah, what's the question? Could you do what I just did right now on the phone? She says, what? You mean have a conversation and tell a story about how I did something in a product? So yeah. She says, oh yeah, I could do that if somebody's already bought something. And then here's what I'm going to tell her. Mary, I just want to teach you how to have a $1,000 conversation. And her mind's going to stop. And she's going to realize that I just taught her by doing it how she can pick up the phone, call a new member, and make $1,000. Guys, that is what duplicates. So here's how our comp plan works. Let's say you're bringing in people at 25, you're doing a new member coaching. Some of these people are going to do what you're doing, some of them aren't. You're not going to worry about which ones do, which ones don't. Some of them are just going to be customers and building other businesses. Some of them are going to be building in Power Network, and that's fine. Sales 2, Sales 4, and Sales 6, and then every 5th sale is going to pass up line. Here's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to go over here, and they're going to start bringing in people, and those people are going to start bringing in people, and those people are going to start bringing in people. Some people will purchase and sell some of the products, and some of them won't. Well, here's what's going to happen. Let's say somebody buys the 25, they sell the 25, they sell the 25, this person sells 25, this person sells the 25, but nobody here is qualified yet for the $100 product. So somebody down here, they buy the $25 product, but this person, they love their family and they're serious. So what they do is they also buy the inner circle. Right, which they want to listen to audio daily. They watch this webinar. They want to follow the 8 core steps. And so what they do is they want to listen to audio every day, like that guy in a hotel room told me 10 years ago, and they want to transform their future and be able to build any business for the rest of their life. So they come in there, they purchase that $100 product. Let's say they're even a customer. They don't even need to be an affiliate, right? This person purchases the $100 product, and you're serious enough about your future to where you're a member of the Inner Circle product because you want to be a product of the product and explain to people how to do it. This product actually pays more commissions than anything else in our comp plan, total overall through all the history of Power Network, by the way. So here's what happens, right? This $100 commission skips all the way to you, because nobody's qualified. Now here's what happened. This person's going to get an email that says, congratulations, Billy, you just lost a commission. Here's what you need to do. You need to either qualify by making a customer sale, or you need to go out there and purchase the product yourself, right? You can qualify in one of 2 ways. We encourage you, obviously, to buy it because we want you to know what's in it. We want you to become an experience of it. We want you to transform, and we believe in what we do. We believe in the value of what we do. We believe that you're going to have way more value than what you pay. But you just lost a commission, congratulations. And guess how many emails Billy's going to get that says you just lost a commission? He's going to get 1 email like that ever, because he's going to run to his email inbox, click the link, he's going to log in sweating, pulling out his credit card, entering his credit card into the back office to purchase the Inner Circle right now. And here's what you should do if you don't have the Inner Circle. What I want you to do is I want you to log in right now to your back office. I want you to go to the left in the column that says the Inner Circle, and I want you to hit the button that says Buy Now, and I want you to purchase the Inner Circle. I want you to purchase it right now and get that product and start learning what the people in the Inner Circle know that are creating the results they're creating, because that is the information that is the most foundational information that's going to transform your life. If you've made commissions from selling the Inner Circle, I want you to just type yes in the comments if you've actually made commissions selling it, but I also want you to tell me if it's transformed you by listening to that product. If you've had a transformational experience by listening to the Inner Circle, I want you to tell me in the comments below if you had transformation for buying that product. But here's what's going to happen. This person is going to say after a while, see, a customer can become an affiliate too, so they pay the $19.95 because they want to do it because they're listening to the Inner Circle, and they say, gosh, I'm getting a lot of value out of this. I want to go out there and transform people. So this person starts bringing in 2 sales a day of the 25, 2 sales a day of the 25, 2 sales a day of the 25. Every time he passes up a $100 commission, because you're the one that got that first commission from them because you're the Power Line sponsor, every time he passes up the 2nd sale, the 4th sale, or the 6th sale, that's going to skip all the way up. Doesn't matter how deep he is in the organization, that's going to skip to you. And now you're going to be earning the $100 a month from him, the $100 a month from his Power Lines. But here's the thing. This guy, he's not really that in yet. Okay? But now this guy's in too, because he decided to buy the Inner Circle too. Because he's saying, I'm going to do this. And he starts selling them too. Now you've got 2 Power Lines passed up to you for the $100. Now here's the cool thing that starts happening as you go along. And it does happen. Right? This person down here, they're not, they don't really get it. They don't really get all in. They didn't watch this whole webinar, right? So what happens is they don't buy this and they don't sell it because they don't know what's in it, so they never explain it. But one of their jerks gets in, these jerks down here, right? And this guy down here, he loves his family enough to say, I'm going to build a product, I'm going to be a product of the product, and I'm going to buy everything that I want to sell. So this person here, he buys the 25, he buys the 100, and he buys the 500. Well, guess what happens to this $500 commission? This goes all the way up, and you just earn $500 from however far down that is in your organization. But now here's the interesting thing that happens. This person gets an email that says you just lost a commission. Guess how many of those emails he's going to get? 1. And this person will figure out within 24 hours, okay, 24 hours, he will figure out how to either purchase that or to sell one. Every time. I can't, actually I shouldn't say every time because that's like a claim or something. And a lot of the time, if somebody gets an email that says you just earned $500, right, you just lost $500, they're buying it right then. Look, if you do a new member coaching, almost everyone you talk to, if you do new member coaching, almost everyone you talk to, if you do, listen to me, if you do a new member coaching, almost everybody you talk to will, within 72 hours, go up to the $500 level once you learn some skills and know what to do. It might take you 20 conversations with new members to get that down, okay? I'm telling you something, if you have that product, almost everybody who you connect with who's a new member in your organization will go up to the $500 product. What's the easiest way to make $500 that you've ever heard in your life? Get a new member, do a new member coaching, okay? And this is what's going to happen. You're going to say, how much money do you have available to invest in your business? And people are going to tell you about $500, right? Now here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to say, I want you to log into Empower Network right now. Tell me when you're there. They're going to say, okay. They're going to say, you see that product that's called the Costa Rica the Mastermind Intensive? And they're going to say, yeah. So I want you to click on that button that says Activate Now. You see your credit card information pop up? It should be X'd out because we're PCI compliant. They're going to say, yeah. I'm going to say, I want you to click Purchase Now. And here's what I want you to do if you're watching this webinar. Do you want to be able to sell a product where when you sell it, you can earn $500 commissions? You're not required to buy it to sell it. Don't misunderstand me. But do you want to actually sell them? Okay? If you want to sell them, buy it and become a product of the product. Learn what's in it. Apply it in this business, any other business that you've got. Create a transformation story, right, from what's in there. That product is transformational. It will teach you how to sell stuff. One concept in there called viral sustainability, it'll change your life. If you've been through the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive and gotten a huge amount of value out of it, just type yes in the comments if you've gotten a huge amount of value out of that product. It's transformed. Now here's the thing. Log in right now and buy it, okay? This is how you build an organization. Because here's what's going to happen. You get 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. Some people are going to come in, they're going to go into the front end of your leadership process. Other people are going to go to an event. Other people are actually going to get all in and they're going to commit to go to the event. Other people are going to do what you teach them to do. And down here at the bottom, you are going to get some people like Tony Rush. When you bring enough people in and you're consistent, you have the same message. And I'm getting into how to do this at a big level in a second. You're going to get some Tony Rushes in there. I'm checking the time. Holy crap, it's late. Tony Rushes. You're going to get some Lawrence Tams. You're going to get some Vicks in there, right? You'll get them when you bring in the numbers. Because we do 2 things in this business. You want to know how to build this? You're doing one of 2 things at all times. Number 1 thing you're doing, you're bringing in the numbers to find the man or the woman, right? I'm just going to say man, though, because it's like more, you know, I'm a man. You're bringing in the numbers to find the man, or you're teaching the man to bring in the numbers. That's the only 2 things you do. If you don't bring in the numbers, you won't find the man and you won't know how to teach him when you do. You won't sponsor a Vic if you're not bringing in 2 a day. Bringing in 2 a day is bringing in the numbers. You're doing one of 2 things all the time. You're bringing in the numbers to find the man, or you're teaching the man to bring in the numbers. Those are the 2 things that we do. Okay, those are the 2 things that we do, right? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get some Vicks in there. You're going to get some people that will be all the way through the leadership funnel and will become the Tony Rushes of your organization. They'll be absolutely loyal. These people, one of them will transform your life forever. And I'm not going to explain how, just that they will. When you see for the first time somebody go and make a money that they've never been able to make without you, just something in your heart transforms a little bit. You know what I mean? Here's the funny thing. There's a guy that sponsored a guy named Greg in Empower Network, and Greg came in. This guy did not believe that a person would come and buy the $3,500 product without phone calls, right? Well, here's what happened. He sponsored a guy named Greg. Greg, right? Greg sold like 15 of these. This guy passed up 10 sales because he didn't make a retail sale himself, he didn't make a customer sale himself, and he didn't buy it. He passed up $30,000 in commissions because he didn't take action. He could have just made a sale. He could have purchased the product. Had he purchased the product, that guy would have made, $27,000 profit because he a little bit less. But those sales would have passed to him just because he got a guy who was serious enough about his future to invest in his education, who took the information, became a product of the product, and applied it and transformed his life. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pull out your credit card, log into the back office, and purchase the next product that you don't own yet. Purchase the next product that you don't own yet. I want you to log in and purchase the next product that you don't own yet. I want you to purchase the next one that you don't own yet. And tell me something in the comments. If you just made a new commitment, I want you to tell me that you've made a new commitment and tell me what you've decided to buy. If you've made a commitment, okay, to buy something that you didn't buy before and to upgrade and to get to the next level because you want more education in your business and your life, if you've committed to do that, I want you to type, yes, I've committed to do that, and type it in the comments, right? I've made a new commitment today. If you've just made a decision, here's what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm encouraging you to get all in if you can, and you don't have to, right? Here's the deal. I'm encouraging you to do it because I've done it. Because I'm all in. Because I've invested way more than $5,000 into my education. I want you to commit to get all in. If you've made a commitment to be all in Empower Network, either in the past or now, I want you to just type yes in the comments and send me a message that says, yes, I'm committed to be all in. If you've made a commitment to be all in Leslie, right? Congratulations on being all in. If you've made a commitment to change your future, if you've made a commitment to do something new, I want you to do it now, and I want you to go buy a product that you don't own right now and commit to becoming a product of the product and selling one within the next 90 days minimum. I want you to make a commitment. Elise, congratulations on being all in. Leslie, congratulations on being all in. Brian, congratulations. I know you want to buy something. It's okay. We'll have something in the future, right? I want you to congratulate you for being all in. Alex, congratulations for being all in. Congratulations on making a decision, right? Ruth, congratulations on making a decision to get all in. Log in right now and buy the product that you don't own yet. Mark, congratulations on being all in. Wade, congratulations on being all in. Brian, congratulations on being all in. Elvis, congratulations. Ord, that's a freaking sweet name. Evelyn, congratulations. Right? Cindy, congratulations. Charlene, congratulations. Mike, congratulations. Bernie, congratulations. Okay? Guys, congratulations on making a decision. If you've made a new decision today about your commitment level in your business, I want you to tell me, I've made a new commitment. Yes, I'm committed to be all in. Bill, congratulations. I'm all in. Yes, I'm all in. All in already. Hey, congratulations, Elise, and thanks for being here. If you've learned something tonight and you've made a commitment, I want you to tell me that you've made a commitment. Log in right now and make a commitment. Commit to the next level. Make a risk, right? Put yourself, don't finance your house and do ridiculous things, but do something that's a little bit tough to do, right? Make a decision, right? Get all in. Make a decision, okay? Dave, congratulations. If you've made a decision, say I've made a commitment in the comments. Guys, this is what it's about. It's about making decisions and commitments. It's about committing to a new future. It's about being serious enough about your business to stretch a little bit if you need to stretch a little bit. It's about making a commitment to your future and your family and the success that you've got and creating your dreams, right? Because you've got to stretch a little bit to make a commitment. Right? Congratulations. Already all in. Been all in for some. All in. Congratulations. Dave, Sheena, congratulations. Made a new commitment. Al, congratulations. You guys understand some stuff? Yo, all in. All in. Congratulations. All right. I learned about the new neighbor community. Made a new commitment. You've made a commitment. Doug, made a commitment. You've learned a lot, Doug. Congratulations. Wade, you're all in. right? Just do it, guys. Make a decision, get 2 sales a day, right? And get all in. I've committed 2 a day, all in to go, committed to the next level. Committed to the next level. Congratulations, Cindy. It's a great time to make a commitment, isn't it? All in, that's it, period. I've made a commitment. All in, heart and soul. Guys, this is what it's about. It's about stretching yourself. It's about creating magic. It's about doing things at a new level and in a new way. Right? Does that make sense to you guys? You guys got to make a commitment. I've made a commitment. I reinvest. Okay, you reinvest. It's all in. I've made a commitment to go all in just by March. Just need the masters. Congratulations. Deb, I want you to find a way to contact me once you've gotten the masters, all right? Get all in. Make a commitment to get all in. This is goal. Get all in. Make a decision, guys. That's what this is about. It's about making life-changing decisions, a life-changing commitment, and then working like this is a business. That you got to do that. Now let me tell you guys the next part of the formula. Now here's my question for you. Do you guys want to learn how to do this at the next level? Okay, tell me if you want next level and you really want to learn how to do this big. You guys ready? Tell me if you want to do it big. If you guys want to do this big, right? I want you to just tell me you're ready to do it big. Let me know. Hey, thanks. You rule too, man. Right? If you guys want to do it big, I want you to let me know. If you want to do this in a big way, let me know. Just tell me yeah, right? If you want to learn how to do this big, right? We got the first systemic formula up there, right? And that is what, right? What is it? Okay, what's the first systemic formula? Jedediah Brown, get the masters. Stretch a little bit. I commit to be more, right? Yes, I'm already in, but making a commitment. Next level, yes. Big, yes. All right, you want to know how to do it, okay? 2 sales a day, follow the 8 core steps. This is the first part of the formula in building. This is not to build an income slow. This is to build a business fast because you're moving numbers to find the man, right? You're moving numbers to find the man, right? And then you got to teach the man to bring in the numbers, right? Here's the next part of the formula. Okay, here's the next part of the formula. Okay, and this is going to blow your minds. But I want you to commit to do it. And I'm going to tell you about my dream. And then I got to go because I got to go rush back to I got to go back home actually. This is home office. I don't live here. I've got family down here right now. Hilarious. I got this 4-story house. I don't live in. Okay, here's what it is. Number 1, have a dream that is big enough to hold the dreams of your team. Let me repeat again. You want to stretch your vision to where your vision is big enough to fit the visions of your team. Bigger. Okay? Get a dream that's big enough to fit the dreams of your team. Number 1. Get a vision that's big enough to fit the visions of your team. Okay? Get a dream that's big enough to fit the visions of your team. I'm going to tell you about mine in a minute. And it's big enough for you. Number 2. I'm going to say big. Do the first part of the formula, which is this: 2 sales a day, 8 core steps, be here in a year. Number 3, speak your vision in groups 5 nights a week. Why do I say that? Well, you can pop on a Google Hangout, get a group, talk about your dream. Okay, I'm going to talk about why in a minute. This is for people that want to build what I've built. Okay, this isn't for people that are wanting to make $10,000 or $20,000 a month. Number 4, 3 powers. Okay. Number 1, the power of unity. Number 2, power of submission, that's submission to your vision. Number 3, the spoken word. Have a dream that's big enough to fit the dreams of your team. Number 2, get 2 sales a day, follow the 8 core steps, be here in a year. Number 3, speak your vision in groups 5 nights a week. Okay? Here's why you want a dream that's big enough for your team, because if you don't, your team won't stick around. because their dream will exceed the capacity of yours and they'll leave. Okay? You won't stretch if your dream ain't big enough. I have a vision where I'm going to create 100 new people a year. 100 new people every 12 months are going to get one of these rings. One side of this ring, this is a ring we give out, and we're going to make a female version too. It says the day you join, David Wood, October 27th, 2011. On the other side, it says the day when you hit your first $1 million in commissions, February 17th, 2012, a little over 3 months. I am going to give out 100 of these a year. And I'm going to do it. That's it, period. We will fill auditoriums of 50 people in North America, in Central America, in South America, in the European Union, in India, in China, in Korea. We will fill rooms of people that in languages that I don't speak. We will have people walking across the stage that were homeless, that are blind, that have cancer. We will have people who wheel across the stage in a wheelchair to get their $1 million ring. We will have people who are 19 years old do it. We will have people that are 21 years old do it. We will have people do it that have never made more than $10,000 in a year in countries where poverty is real poverty. We will change the world. We will have hundreds of thousands of people who not just own the inner circle, but who drive around in their car and they listen to it daily. We will fill auditoriums in North America with 50 and 100 and 150,000 people. And if you don't believe me, then that's fine. You don't have to, because I'll do it with somebody else. Got it? I'm going to do it. That's it. Period. And I don't care what obstacles we run into. I don't care what merchant problems we run into. I don't care who doesn't believe in me. I don't care who thinks that we're saturated, because I'm going to do it. That's it. Period. We will have rooms bigger than our current events that are only with people that are all in. We will have rooms of people only who have earned more than $100,000 in Empower Network, and those rooms will exceed 5,000 people. We will have armies of people across the world that earn more money here than they've ever earned in their life. And if it's not you, don't blame me, because I ain't abandoned you and I didn't give up on you. It's because you gave up on me. Don't ever tell me any excuses, because I don't take excuses from myself or from another human being. If you don't want to go to the events, it's fine, don't go, but don't expect me to ever talk to you. If you can get all in and don't, that's fine, don't get all in, but don't expect me to ever help you. If you're willing to follow the formula, I'm willing to help you. That's my dream. Unity, it's more powerful to be unified than it is to be right. You have to submit to your vision and realize that it's there for a reason, and then you have to speak it into the world and break through the obstacles that are trying to stop you and just make it happen anyway. And how do you do that? You do it with Google Hangouts. It's free. You do it on conference calls, freeconferencing.com. It's free. You don't have to pay for conferencing software today. You could just speak your vision 5 nights a week in front of groups of people and figure out how to get it done. And I'm telling you something, here's what happens. When you speak a vision and you speak a vision and you speak a vision, it's like Martin Luther King standing up in front of armies of thousands and saying, I have a dream. And there are a certain percentage of the people who you tell your dream to that will believe in you, and they will believe in your vision. And when you speak your vision to those people, when those people commit to be unified with your vision, to be in submission to their vision, which is contained within it, and to speak about your vision, here's what happens. There is a mystical power, and I don't know how it works, and I'm not going to say it's mystical because there's probably some sort of science to it, but when multiple people start believing and speaking a dream, something happens where the universe cracks or bends, and some stuff happens that's not possible in any other way. And I'm telling you something, friends, if you are willing, well, I turn my computer screen back in, to go out there and to speak your dream, and to go out there and to speak your dream. It doesn't take a lot of time to speak your dream and to go out there and speak your dream in front of crowds. You will gather crowds, and then you'll gather bigger crowds, and then you'll gather bigger crowds, and then you'll have crowds of people that only believe in the vision, and then you'll have crowds of people who have crowds of people that just believe in your vision. And you're going out there and you're getting 2 sales a day, you're following the 8 core steps, you're committing to be here in a year, you're going to dream, you're going to do this, you're going to speak your vision in groups, 3 powers, and you're going to be unified, because it's more powerful to be unified than it is to be right? You're going to submit to your vision and realize that it doesn't matter what somebody else says, what matters is what's in your heart, and you're going to speak your vision to the world 5 nights a week in front of crowds of people, and you're going to do that. And here's the last part. This will work if you're committed and you're all in with your vision. So who's made a new commitment tonight to get all in? If you've made a commitment to get all in, I want you to tell me, I'm all in. I want you to say, David, I'm all in. I want you to send me a message in there. Send me a private message. Send me a message in the message box and say, David, I'm committed to being all in. Derek, I want you to do it big, and I believe in you, brother. David, I believe in you. Dave, you know, it's great to have you here, Ray. Next level big. If you're committed to your vision, you're committed to doing it, then tell me you're committed to doing it. If you're making a commitment, to be all in, I want you to tell me you're making a new commitment to be all in. I believe in you too. So you know that, Suzanne? I believe that you can do this. I believe in you. I believe that you can do this. Let's do it. Well, hey, Alan, find a way, and in the meantime, go make some sales for what you can do. If you're making a commitment to be all in, if you're making a commitment to commit to your vision, if you're going to be unified with me and help me create 100 new millionaires a year, then tell me in the comments. Yet you're all in, I believe you, Chris. I've made a new commitment to myself. Anna, congratulations on making a commitment. Wade, congratulations on making a commitment. Jeff, congratulations on making a commitment. Make a commitment to get all in, to purchase the next product, to get to the next event, to be here in a year, to follow the 8 core steps, and let's go out there and change the world. Because you, my friends, are change agents. That's what we are. That's what Empower Network is. That's what we're here to do. We're here to change the world. We're here to transform society. We're here to help people do things they've never been able to do before, and we can do it from the comfort of our own home because of technology, because I'm telling you something, I am the property of 100% badass, all-in freakazoid of nature who just decided to dream, because that's what it's all about. Let's be the ones that go out there in society and have the audacity to believe in ourselves and to believe in other people when nobody else believes in them. Let's have the audacity to make commitments that nobody else is willing to make. Let's have the audacity to be out there and to be believing in children and believing in husbands and believing in wives and believing in the vision and believing in the future. Let's have the audacity to do something that nobody's ever done before, to create what nobody's ever created before, to commit people at levels that have never been committed to before, to help people lift to new levels, to help people lift to new levels of success, to new heights of vision. Let's go out there and be change agents to transform society, because that's what Empower Network is. That's why you're here. And if you're new here, if this is your first rodeo, congratulations. If you've been in a million things and now you're here and committed, congratulations. If you weren't all in, but you just made a decision to get all in, congratulations. If you're committed to your vision and your future, I wanted to congratulate you on being a 100% badass who's out there speaking your vision, because I believe that your dream matters. Now it's time to stretch it till it cracks the universe. With that being said, I wanted to welcome you to the most badass company that's ever existed in the universe, bar none, and that's Empower Network, because we're here to lift you up to reach you to new heights of greatness. And I want you to say it with me. I believe in myself, and I believe in all the people on this webinar right now. That's it. Period. And I'll see you at the next event. Love you.